Howdy, everybody. What's poppin'? Happy to see you. New model's looking super. Oh, shucks, thank you. So, darling trees. If you're not on my Discord, and especially, I guess, if you're not in the VIP chat, uh, you maybe wouldn't know that I started to work on a new model. Surprise! Surprise! Hello, the man named Bit. Hello, Dream Seeker. Been a while. Did you have a different username or been here when it was a PNG? Oh my goodness gracious. That was a while ago. Yes, oh you did change your user? You really gotta start promoting your work more. It's true. The funny thing is, this go around, I promise so hard I'm gonna I'm gonna post the progress. Even if it only gets 2 likes. Cause like I be cooking, I be in the kitchen whipping it up. And my rigging does not pop off on twitter.com. But that's kind of my own fault. I've had a really strange sense of guilt. It's a little hard/weird to explain. Let me shovel this chat over the other monitor. This is how you remind me. Been here for nearly 7 years. I tell you what, you whippersnappers. Have you really? Wowee! Wowee! Yeah, I've had a weird sense of guilt. Where for some reason I don't want to promote my own stuff. Like my own model. Like I have no problems, I guess, with other people's models that I work on. But I feel for some reason if I work on mine, that it's like a middle finger to people who have commissioned me. Also, forgive me, I'm about to clip my nail. It's really driving me crazy. Goodbye, nail. You served long. Poor thing. It's hanging by a thread and it's pissing me off. Ugh, I hate this. I hate this. Ugh. Okay, that's good enough for now. Anywho, Yuki, if you don't start promoting your work, I might have to pull an Asgore. What does that mean? Also, this model is not new. This is an old one, but I intend on incorporating this into the new one. I don't know if you could tell that this one's older, but I certainly can because the rigging is actually not nearly as good. So this one I started on I think either 2022 or 2023, and I never like properly like debuted or announced it because shit was rough. Still new to me. That's why I'm giving it a little bit of airtime. Giving her moment in the spotlight. Her time to shine. And I was like, the one that I've had, I'm like, I'm gonna keep it and just build upon it. But surprise, surprise, I feel like I've improved enough to warrant making a new one, and I want to be able to, like, I want my own model to be a testament of my skill. So, new one it is. I got injured and stopped drawing. No, that sucks. It's like my fear. $6 and 7 months. Wow, wow. All the bunny products. Wow, wee. That was before I started doing VTuber stuff. That was when I was face camming. Cat says, "Hi, kitty." Erm. I forgot. Sometimes I remember and then I forgot. So right now, and I say goodnight. Are you scooting? Are you dipping? Name is Kit Kat. Aw, that's really sweet. Tell Kit Kat I love them. So today, check info dump whenever you want to know what pulling an Asgore means. Uh-oh. There's a baby. Yay! She's a little goober, as she should be. So yeah, today my cutie buns, my stinky buns, my spooky buns, it is peak maximum PMDD time. So I'm very, very low energy. The vibes may not be vibing. Take that back. I'll then take a bath, Stinky. Um, yeah, my brain is working in like extra slow motion. But I still wanted to hop on stream at least once this week. Alright, I'll ungamer my posture. Oh my god, the taxidermy thingy. That had me cackling. I love messed up taxidermied animals. Or like, I like them in theory, I don't like them in actuality. I find them kind of terrifying. But seeing them online is a treat because they look ridiculous. Had like 6 where you were streaming? What do you mean? Adjust this a bit so we see more of this chatty chat chat chat. There we go. Nice, Udayo. This don't say Ratsune Miku. It should be Ratsune Squeaku. And you know I'm tired because I'm not cackling before I could get those words out. Cute animals, but 6 different animals around you. Don't tell me I put taxidermy animals on the stream. Oh, what is wrong with me? Um, Cutie Pies, can I ask you a question? I'm hot, okay? I'm gonna turn a fan on. Please let me know if you could hear it, and if so, if it is disturbing. Bark, bark. Okay. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, that's the stuff. Sorry about any asshole dogs you hear. And then I have another question for you, and that is, do we want to listen to music, or would you like me to put on something in the background that we can spectate together? Like when we watched the video about Sus Anne. Good as a poor man stealing, and this is how you remind me. It's not like you say sorry. I was looking for a different story. I got 2 vids recommended on my feed right now. Both are about serial killers, coincidentally. I got one on the BTK killer and one on the Zodiac killer. Or I could pull up the Ewu guy. Vote now in your phones. Is there something you want to tell us? Don't y'all know I partake in killing cereals? Either can work. Okay. I'm less familiar with the BTK killer, so I think I'll start with that. Alright? So we're gonna put that on.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ay! It spooked me. Um I miss having 3 monitors. Vtuber Model, yeah! Make myself feel cool in these hot temps as summer winds down. While I get that set up, my brothers, my homies, did you see the hoopla about Roblox?
NANI?!
Oh my god, that scared me. You're gonna make me die again. The blood's gonna be on your paws. It's the main reason why I stopped buying Robux. I mean, being poor is my main reason. But what you're saying is valid as well. How wouldn't you hear about it? I don't know. I mean, I managed to go pretty Roblox free up until recently, so take that how you will. Worth it, no regret. We will taxidermy Yuki for the stream. Please don't taxidermy me. I'm such a good boy. Oh, this is big. Uh, we're gonna shrink it like this. Oh yeah. And then I'm gonna move this one. This is just like a full-size preview of the canvas. Most people know who Chris Hansen is. True. Now it's bite-sized. Yeah, I was really disappointed to see and hear Roblox's response and the actions they're taking, and it's really disappointing. You know? All I can think of in my little noggin is what if I had a young kid playing Roblox and I see all this kind of stuff? I wouldn't want them to play it. Bite sized. Also, I don't really have the energy to go into it, but y'all, there's some really cringe tea in the Final Fantasy community. So the MMORPG I play sometimes on stream, there's a whole modding community, and it is a game that does not let you mod. So the mods are illegal, they're crimes. And 3 or 4 years ago, someone came out with a plugin that allows you to actively share your mods with other people so they can see you. And mods have been such a big part of the community that still plays this game. They've lost so many players because people don't really care for the story right now. That end, the plugin yesterday was announced to be shutting down. They got a cease and desist letter. And people are going bananas. Like, trying to boycott the game and being so silly. It's really embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. There's plenty of reasons to hate on Square Enix, but a fan-made plugin that's not owned by them is it's not it. I'll get more into it another day, or I can explain it better. What would Seth thinks about this? Oh man, I'm sure he has some pretty good takes. I think the fallout about this is very funny. Yes, it's funny, but it's also very cringe. It is very cringe. I was just saying to him earlier, like, if you can't enjoy the game without other people seeing your modifications, you're playing the wrong game. You need to go play like Second Life or IMVU or something. This is not the game for you. Maybe I'll make a short video on it or something, but it's so silly, but also mildly entertaining. Going back to Roblox. I've been playing for Roblox almost 8 years. It's always been this way. I'm not shocked, and that's probably why I've managed to avoid it for so long. You know, it wasn't really appealing enough for me to want to dig my dig my toes into it. Is what it is. Don't most MMOs have a rule against mods? I don't know. I don't know, but I do know in the case of Square Enix that they are not for modification of their game. And I feel like that's not really something they can avoid. Oh my gosh, I didn't jump this time. But anywho, I think it's kind of like a, what do you call it? Like don't ask, don't tell kind of situation. Like they turn a blind eye as long as you're not like actively cheating or harming other people. But the problem is the code, the plugin like exploits people's personal information. You had to go. Yeah, they were right in my ear. That's my favorite. So it's like they don't seem to be against you giving your character tig old biddies or whatever. They just don't want the player's safety to be a concern. They don't want cheating to be a concern, obviously. That's very normal. And they don't want a lawsuit, which is perfectly reasonable. Also, hi, bees. Welcome back, bees. And the dev of the plugin made around $1 million per year. Damn! Allegedly for upkeep, but he also bought himself a house for $1 million. Hell nah. Sucks because there's some genuinely great games made with a lot of love on Roblox. Yeah, they pretty much said in way too many words, we care about the money. We don't care about your kids. We want you to think that we care so that you keep giving us your money. And that really bums me out. It's like a common theme. Seems to be money hungry people. Like it's one thing if you're just trying to feed your family, dude. I get it. Everybody wants to get that coin. You want to make a decent enough living to stay afloat and have the bare minimum, but you don't like if you have to freaking put your third yacht up for auction, you're fine. You are fine. Name one company who isn't greedy. Do charities count as companies? Sorry, that was a stupid question. The first thing that came to mind is the place that I got Chippy from, and they're kind of like they work with charities, kitty rescue, and I would chuck my money at them if I had money to blow. At least they're honest. I guess that as well. I mean, if they were more honest about it, I think I'd be a little bit less like bummed. But I mean, it's still like a game that's like primarily children. This guy's catching the predators? We're supposed to protect them. I mean, the kids. Yep. They said something in their like defense video about how they don't want to, I don't know, have bad blood pretty much with like some of the developers of the games. And I feel like that's such a dog shit excuse. Absolute dog poopy. But like What they did to Schlepp is such a cope. They know damn well that him finding predators and having them persecuted is a bad look for them. They're not gonna do it themselves, which is obviously why this guy's at it. That he's been groomed on Roblox himself, but oh man. How could the Roblox devs add dating to Roblox and expect no backlash? Yeah, for real. Plus the whole 17 plus game section because they want to expand the amount of money they can make as possible. Even if they did 18 to be weird IMO, correct. Such a bummer because discovering it, I don't hate it. People gave it a lot of flack, but like as a platform, you know, ignoring you know the stuff that we're babbling about. It's like it's a good idea, you know? Something that I mean pretty much anybody can build on and create games for anyone. And they're free for the most part. That's a cool idea, and to make them accessible. I think it's a cool idea. But it's such a bummer. You know, that it's more about grinding for dollars. So the video, are you bready? Are you bready? Ooh, did you hear my shoulder crack? Oh my god, I'm getting old. I'm an old ghost. Freaking my on. Alright. Be as vocal as you want to be about whatever happens. If we're uncomfy, we can change vibes, we can move on to something different. Just speak your mind. If you want me to pause, you're welcome to do so. Are we watching a video? Oh, we are.
This is a warning.
BTK Killer Dennis Rader, a serial killer documentary. Buckle in.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Find, torture, kill. Last night we hit the
Oh,
airwaves asking
that's
you
what it means.
to help. America's heartland. A serial killer re-emerges. He's already claimed the lives of 8 people.
What is
and
this
now
music
he
in this
has
news
resurfaced.
segment?
BTK claims to have strangled a total of 7 women. BTK, a name synonymous
As
with
the
evil
neighborhood
in
dogs
Wichita
start
and
acting up,
across
oh my
the world.
god.
One man's reign of terror spanning over 3 decades, stalking his victims, torturing them, and then taunting police. But in the end, he was undone by his own vanity and stupidity. BTK was a man of 2 sides. He was a hard worker, a loving family man, and a church president.
Sounds like it.
But on the other side, he was a serial killer, reveling in sadistic fantasies made reality by the media attention it brought him. This is the story of Dennis Rader, the BTK killer.
I am BTK. And I'm the guy they're after, 100%.
Goes on in San Francisco for the man known as the Zodiac Killer.
There could be a serial killer in Chicago.
The Oakland County child killer,
Phantom Killer.
Frankfurt slasher.
4 children have now been murdered.
Has killed 5 and says he's going to kill again.
15 brutally murdered young women.
The pattern is the same.
One by
Okay,
one,
Mark.
the gap started rising.
Alright, when I bust open the true crime, bro.
Strangled, stuffed in burlap bags.
It is highly unlikely that these women were murdered by separate men.
Where will the killer strike next?
police can't answer who or why.
That's the question that we'll never know.
I don't want to live the rest of my life wondering if this person's going to be caught.
I believe that there's someone out there that has knowledge.
And he's probably still at large.
This is 4815 North Seneca in the northern part of Wichita, Kansas. It is where the Rader family moved in the early 1950s from Pittsburgh, Kansas, a small city south of Wichita. Dennis was the oldest of 4 sons to William and Dorothy Rader. His parents often worked long hours, leaving the boys on their own, which is where Dennis started to develop disturbing behavior.
Boys will be boys.
His mother once got her finger stuck in a couch spring. The image of a woman trapped and pleading for help burned into his adolescent mind. This would develop into him becoming a voyeur, spying on women in nearby houses while he would be dressed in women's clothes or panties and tie a rope around his neck.
That's a really big jump. Okay, hold on. Let me just unpack that for a second. Bro sees his mom get stuck in a couch spring. And the reasonable jump from that is, I'm going to stare at my neighbors dressed as a woman. Okay.
While pleasuring himself.
Oh, great, okay.
He would hang dogs and cats and watch them die.
No!
He would fantasize about women being tied in bondage, Annette Funicello from the Mouseketeers being a particular favorite fantasy.
No.
By the time he graduated from Wichita Heights High School in 1963, he was described as a quiet, hardworking young man who chose his words carefully. He did not care much for music, joining any sports or clubs, and had no sense of humor. Post-graduation, he worked at a local grocery store until enrolling in Wesleyan College in Salina, about 90 miles north of Wichita in the fall of 1965. After 1 year, he would drop out due to bad grades and would enroll in the United States Air Force, training at multiple bases across the South before being stationed in Okinawa, Japan for the bulk of his 4-year enlistment. He would mainly work on installing radar equipment, and by the time he was honorably discharged in 1970, he had attained the rank of sergeant, serving an additional 2 years as a reserve soldier when he moved back to Wichita. It was at this time that he met 23-year-old Paula Dietz, a fellow WHHS graduate, and the pair were married in less than a year. They would purchase a small 3-bedroom, 960-square-foot house at 6220 Independence Street in Park City, a suburb north of Wichita and just a couple miles from his childhood home. Today, the home is this vacant lot, sold to the city and demolished following his arrest. But for over 30 years, the Rader family lived in this home, having 2 children while Dennis would go back to college, earning his electronics engineering degree in 1973. He then enrolled in night classes at Wichita State U, which would take him 6 years to graduate with a Bachelor of Science in Administration of Justice. During this time, he worked a variety of jobs, including Coleman Company, before settling at ADT Security in November 1974, becoming a home security installer. But the earlier part of the year, he had been between jobs and restless. Paula had begun working at the VA hospital in the city, but didn't like driving in the snow, so Dennis took her to work. After dropping her off, he would begin what he called trolling, driving or walking around neighborhoods and campuses around the city, watching women.
Quite a bit.
As he did, his fantasies of binding, torturing, and strangling them resurfaced. One day, he spotted 34-year-old Julie Otero and her 2 children exiting their new home at the corner of Edgemore and Murdoch Avenue, on the east side of the city. He began keeping a logbook of projects, or PJs as he referred to them, deciding the Oteros, which he named PJ Little Mex, would be his first. He would scope out the house over a period of 2 months, learning the family's movements, all the while compiling a, quote, hit kit consisting of a gun, cords, knives, and burglary tools.
If you've read much about serial killers, they go through what they call the trolling stage. You're looking for a victim at that time. And that you could be trolling for months or years. But once you lock in on a certain person, then you become stalking. And that might be several of them, but you really home in on that person.
I got this fantasy. I started working out this fantasy in my mind And once that person become a fantasy, I could just loop it over. I'd lay in bed at night thinking about this person, the events and how it's going to happen, and it become a real, almost like a picture show. You know, I wanted to go ahead and produce it, direct it, and go through with it, no matter what the costs were, the consequences. It was going to happen one way or another. Maybe not that day, but it was going to happen.
It was 8 a.m. January 15th, 1974 when he struck. First cutting the phone lines, he went to the back of the house and waited until 9-year-old Joey Otero opened the door to let their dog out, at which point he rushed inside. And that is when his carefully constructed plan fell apart. Expecting just Julie and her 2 youngest of 5 children to be home, he found her husband Joseph home as well. At gunpoint, he told them he was a wanted man and planned to just steal their car. After putting the dog in the backyard, he led the family to the living room and then to the front left bedroom where he tied them all up. He would put a bag over Joseph's head and tied it, leaving the man to suffocate while he used a rope to strangle Julie. He then moved on to 11-year-old Josephine Otero, strangling her and then placing a bag on Joey. At this time, Julie resuscitated.
This is well made, but I'm not
screaming,
sure if I'm
and
vibing
Dennis
with
went
it.
back to strangle her again. He then took Joey into the back bedroom and covered his head in a shirt before placing the bag over it and tightening it until he would suffocate.
Slam, slam, slam.
At this point, Josephine had regained consciousness, and he took her into the basement where he hung her from a pipe, orgasming as he watched the young child die.
It was just something that I had to do. Once I started with Mr. Otero, I knew I had to do all 4 of them. It's like an execution. Once you started, if there was witnesses, you had to do it all the way around.
With the Oteros dead, Rader went about cleaning up after himself, in the process taking Joseph's watch and radio with him as he exited the front door. Got in there.
I'm not sure these vibes are for me right now. Please forgive. Not my own stream showing up. Can somebody come scratch my back? Okay, I'm gonna put something on about cryptids instead. We'll try that.
In this episode.
Okay, so this is a podcast of sorts. Title is Something Was Waiting Outside Their Tent, and in parentheses, real footage. Someone tell Binky it's safe.
Episode, we're going to be looking at 5 disturbing camping encounters. You won't want to miss this one. In January of 2022, a video went up on the outdoor channel called The Facts by How to Hunt that showed these teenagers just out in the middle of the woods at night, and they were having a pretty terrifying experience. Now, this channel is all about teaching people about hunting and encouraging people to get out there and, explore the wilderness, but this particular video was something different. Now, sometime before January of 2022, this group of teenagers decided to go hang out in the woods at night. I'm not exactly sure why they were out there or what they were planning to do, but you know how teenagers are. They're always looking for some kind of adventure. At some point during their little nighttime adventure, they started hearing these really strange sounds coming from somewhere in the woods. I don't mean like normal forest noises that you'd expect to hear at night, these were really loud and genuinely disturbing.
Hey!
That was not an elk.
The teenagers start to record all of this on video, and you could hear these sounds that it sounds like someone or something is screaming in the distance. And along with these noises, there were these loud banging sounds, like something was hitting trees very, very forcefully.
Me slamming my dong against the tree.
Get Trevor.
Get Trevor.
All of them are getting pretty freaked out by this, and you could tell just from watching the video that their fears seems pretty genuine. These kids look legitimately scared, and they're reacting in real time to these bizarre sounds happening around them. After the video got uploaded to The Facts by How to Hunt, people started commenting like crazy and trying to figure out what could have possibly been making all these sounds. Well, a lot of viewers immediately jump to animal explanations, because there are some animals that can make sounds that kind of resemble human screams. Like foxes, for example. If you've ever heard a fox at night, they can make a pretty terrible screaming noise that genuinely sounds like a person in distress.
That's what I sound like when it's like a huge...
And then there's coyotes. When they get together and start howling, it can almost sound human-like. And bobcats, of course, are another one. But here's the thing.
What?
A lot of other commenters were pointing out that there are some pretty significant problems with all of these theories. Well, for one, the screaming in this video was so incredibly loud and distinctive that most people were saying they don't know of any animal that can make that kind of noise. It was just too intense, and not only was it very sustained, but you could tell that whatever it came from had incredible lung power. Some were claiming the whole thing was staged, that these teenagers were just acting, and the sounds were added later in post-production. But the thing is, if you watch the video, the uploaders' reactions and the teenagers' responses seem genuine. It really doesn't look like they're faking their fear. And what about the banging on the trees? It's really weird. I mean, sure, elk will sometimes rub their antlers against trees. However, it never sounds as loud or as menacing as what was happening in this video. So, if it wasn't animals, then what was it? I mean, is it possible that this was just
Crazy Buddy, please.
It's hard to say.
Footage, yeah.
If there's at least one thing that all of us can agree on, is it's probably a good thing that the guys didn't run to whatever or whoever was making those noises. Folks, it remains a mystery. On the night before Thanksgiving in 2021, a YouTuber named Phil was hiking on the Appalachian Trail near his home in Virginia, planning to film some content for his channel called Hike Slam. Phil had been running this channel since 2017, where he basically uploaded videos about hiking trips, camping alone in the woods, and all other kinds of outdoor educational stuff. And so on this occasion, Phil's heading out on this solo overnight hike, and for the first 30 minutes or so, everything's completely normal. He's walking along, enjoying himself, filming bits and pieces, and just really enjoying the peace and quiet.
For about half hour, river behind me, really pretty day.
But as he keeps going, he notices some weird trash along the side of the trail. And when Phil gets closer to check out this trash, he sees there's all this writing on the containers. And it's not like it's just someone's name or a phone number. I mean, these are entire songs or poems written on these plastic containers. Phil starts to think to himself, you know, who would go through all this trouble writing all this stuff? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Despite how strange this is, Phil keeps hiking and crosses into this designated wilderness area. And from here, things just continue to get stranger. As he gets near this campsite, he comes across another series of notes that are way more disturbing than what he'd seen before.
The weirdness continues.
Me when I unzip my pants.
In fact, some of these notes have these bizarre cryptic poems with these really dark themes. Others are going on about these elaborate conspiracy theories and undercover federal agents, and the rest seem to be telling parts of someone's life story. And right next to all of these notes is a dead duck. I mean, Phil can't confirm if the person who wrote the notes is the same one who killed the duck, but I mean, come on. What are the chances that a dead duck just happens to be lying right next to all these strange notes? Now, Phil can tell these notes were placed there recently because they're still in good condition.
Okay, I have to ask, do you guys believe in, like,
they're not all dirty and they don't
rabid
look aged.
frickin' mountain people?
And so as Phil's looking around this truly bizarre scene, he notices about 20 yards away from the notes and the dead duck, there's a tarp and a campfire. So naturally, who's ever been writing these disturbing notes might still be in the area, right? At this point, Phil doesn't want any part of this. This is so strange.
No,
and
you
he
don't.
decides to just avoid the
You
campsite
don't believe
entirely,
in
and he continues hiking to a
rabid mountain
shelter that's
people?
further up the trail. Now, the following part wasn't actually caught on Phil's camera.
We gotta send this
but
boy
he
to
did
the
later
Virginia
explain that
mountains.
He was hiking and ran into these two women who were coming down the trail with their dog. These women actually ask Phil if he's seen the guy who's been leaving creepy notes and other dead animals along the trail. When Phil tells them about the campsite and fire he just saw near the notes, these women get really scared, and they ask Phil if he would mind walking back to their car with them. Phil could not be happier to get away from the situation as fast as possible. So he walks these women back to their car, and they tell him they're going to call the police about this guy. So after Phil makes sure they get to their car safely, he decides to hike in a completely different direction to find another shelter.
Spend a night in the mountains before
that's
I
at
spend
least a couple miles
a
away
single hour in a
from where
big
all this
city.
weird stuff was happening. Done, right? No. Fortunately, the rest of Phil's hike to this new shelter is fairly uneventful. He makes it there before nightfall, he sets up his camp, builds a fire, enjoys his dinner, thinking he's now miles away from all those strange notes and the other mysterious person who wrote them. But
what's the video about? Something was waiting outside their tent, in parentheses, real footage. I believe this guy is reading stories. Oh shit. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, I think this is around about where we're at. I'm so sorry.
These notes were placed there recently because they're still in good condition. They're not wet from the weather, they're not all dirty, and they don't look aged. And so as Phil's looking around this truly bizarre scene, he notices about 20 yards away from the notes and the dead duck, there's a tarp and a campfire. So naturally, who's ever Phil tells them about the campsite and fire he just saw near the notes, these women get really scared, and they ask Phil if he would mind walking back to their car with them. Phil could not be happier to get away from the situation as fast as possible. So he walks these women back to their car, and they tell him they're going to call the police about this guy. So after Phil makes sure they get to their car safely, he decides to hike in a completely different direction to find another shelter that's at least a couple miles away from where all this weird stuff was happening. Done, right? No. Fortunately, the rest of Phil's hike to this new shelter is fairly uneventful. He makes it there before nightfall, he sets up his camp, builds a fire, enjoys his dinner, thinking he's now miles away from all those strange notes and the other mysterious person who wrote them. But then, after it gets dark, Phil decides to check out the shelter logbook, which is this book where hikers can write their trail names and, share stories, whatever they want to. And this is a really interesting tradition that happens on the Appalachian Trail. And so Phil's curious to see what other hikers have written down. But as he starts flipping through the logbook, he immediately just fills up with anxiety. He recognizes the handwriting in the logbook.
I like horror stories when they don't involve
exactly
children.
The same as the handwriting on those notes and garbage he found miles away. Even though that this shelter is more than 2 miles away and on the complete opposite side of the road from where he found the first notes, somehow the same person has written extensively in this logbook too. And the content of what this person wrote is worse. There's one entry that starts with,
in 2018, while I was incarcerated at the Okaloosa County Jail, what the heck? In solitary confinement, I figured the following out. Refer to Isaiah 28:15 through 9. Here in early 2017, Trump, Nebo, allowed Obama to have the special use of the Air Force One for a trip to Palm Springs. This is the same ramblings from the guy that was on the other side of the river. That's kind of scary, kind of weird.
There's just a lot of rambling text that jumps between unrelated topics like grave robbery and a woman named Mrs. Wolf and JB and Company with
grown-ups are better monster fodder,
schemes.
true.
Phil starts to panic because he's realizing he's dealing with someone who's probably a former inmate. And based on the disjointed writing, they might not be in the
knocked
best
over my
mental
tarot
state.
cards.
All Phil can think in this moment is that this is not a good situation to be in. It's dark, he's alone in the woods, and there's potentially a mentally unstable individual somewhere nearby. As if things weren't bad enough, he then discovers a half Gatorade bottle hanging from the shelter ceiling by a string.
Dude, what the hell is going on here? They have these things that they put in shelters a lot to hang your food bag from, so like mice can't get to it. What do you know? Same handwriting as the one in the book and that garbage on the trail from that same dude. Watch out for Yeet Mouse. The dead do walk and talk.
Phil is seriously unsettled and decides to just head back to his tent, hoping to just get through the night without
You should
any
try
further
being me.
incidents.
There's always a mentally
But as he's
unstable
trying to
person
fall
nearby. You
asleep
be
in his
yourself.
tent, he starts hearing movement near the shelter. And that's when he cautiously peeks outside and he could see a single person with a headlamp walking around
are the rips
shelter
for this
area.
like too much?
He has no idea if this is the same person who's been leaving all these notes, but he's definitely not sticking around to find out. So he quietly gathers his essential belongings, trying not to make any noise that would alert this person to his presence. Then he starts hiking back to his truck in the middle of the night, constantly looking over his shoulder to make sure he's not being followed. Luckily, he makes it back to his truck safely, drives home, escaping what could have been a potentially dangerous situation. As of 2025, Phil hasn't uploaded any follow-up videos about this specific encounter on the Appalachian Trail. And in fact, we'll probably never know who exactly this person was or who wrote all those disturbing notes or what they might have done if they had encountered an unsuspecting camper like Phil. It makes you realize that there are few things more terrifying than realizing you're not alone in the wilderness, especially when the other person might not have the best intentions. Unfortunately, who the person was, whoever wrote the notes, who was responsible for the strange dead animals, remains a mystery. Now, even though Phil thought those cryptic notes were scary, imagine trying to upload your trail footage over sketchy Wi-Fi at the shelter. I mean, the real predator could be a hacker sitting in the parking lot. That's why before I hit up the woods, I fire up NordVPN.
Bro.
One tap drops my connection into an encrypted
make your coin,
tunnel.
but I'm bored.
Shield a 2-year plan plus 4 extra months at a huge discount, risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Protect your footage and yourself before the next camp story turns truly disturbing. In January of 2024, a YouTuber named Sam was setting up his tent in the woods near Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh God, not
Sam
Ohio.
ran a YouTube channel called The Northwest Wind, where he basically posted videos of himself stealth camping. Now, stealth camping is just parking your camper van pretty much anywhere without paying for it. It could be in a neighborhood. It could be the middle of nowhere. And Sam had been doing this since about 2016. And so on this day,
I
Sam
say
had
truly
parked his
is
camper van at
disturbing,
this
but
dog
they're really
park
actually scary.
that was just a few hundred yards away from where he was planning to camp in the woods. And so, as he was walking from the dog park into the woods, he comes across a camping
A
tent
small
that had
ghost,
been
or ghost like the
completely
one in
shredded.
Harry Potter's
I mean, just
bathroom.
completely destroyed.
That kind of sketches me out. So
Potty
that's the remains
mentioned.
of a tent and a tarp. That means somebody's camped back here before. Now, it could have just been some young punks. That kind of sketches me out. I don't like the vibe I got seeing that. That gives me a weird vibe. Super weird vibe.
And, you know, most people would probably think that this is weird, that maybe you should turn around, but Sam just decides to keep on going. I mean, he is determined to make this camping video. So he finds the spot that he likes, sets up his tent, and starts cooking dinner on a portable camping stove. Now, everything is going fine, but as the sun starts to set, he notices a couple of people walking near his campsite. He immediately gets this really bad feeling about these people. So Sam's recording all this on camera, and he actually tells his viewers that he's getting a bad vibe from these people. He simply tells his audience,
I don't know, I just have this strange feeling back here. Somebody else walked by. I don't think they saw me, but they were close enough to where they could see me. Even with the low light now and this fog, it's kind of just like a shadow creature thing. Obviously, it was a person, looked like a dude, but yeah, I don't like that. It's very eerie out here.
that he feels like he might possibly be in danger from them. Most experienced campers will tell you that if your gut is saying something wrong, you should probably call it a day and just leave. But Sam decides to stick it out for the night and just keep recording. Eventually, Sam settles down in his tent and goes to sleep. But as soon as he does this, things start to get really, really creepy. Outside his tent, he begins to hear footsteps, and they're getting louder and louder as seconds go by. And so he starts calling out, "Who's there?" But he doesn't get any response, at least at first. After about the fifth time,
man, I don't want a
what he
response in the
describes
woods.
as every
What?
camper's worst nightmare begins to unfold. And he would tell his viewers that, "I don't know what this is, but we're getting out of here." And he can hear the people outside apparently walking away, but only temporarily. And then he calls out, "What do you want?"
They're just standing there. "What do you want? Leave me alone!" They went over that way. I can't see him now.
He's yelling.
And he just keeps repeating that over and over. A moment of complete vulnerability, he just yells out that he has a knife. But in reality, he actually can't even find where his knife is. So the only conclusion he can come to is that who's ever out here is either messing with him or they really do have bad intentions. However, his fear is just continuing to grow, and he's like, "Holy crap, I gotta get away." And at this point, he's really panicking, and so he just keeps calling out, "Hello, I can't see you, hello." And then he eventually
Why go camping
makes the
somewhere that
decision
isn't meant for
he's just going to leave.
camping? Money
all of
or
this.
lack thereof.
All right, they're
He
moving.
doesn't
again.
want to.
I don't know. I'm getting out of here.
pay.
We're going. I'll come back for this some other time. All right, let's get your hell out of here.
But before he can even get out of his tent, these attackers collapse his tent on him while he's still inside, and Sam does manage to free himself from the collapsed tent. As he gets outside, he's completely disoriented, and he's just saying, like, "I don't know which way they went. I think they went this way." And he spots his attackers, and he's yelling, "I see you, get away." And he admits to his camera that even though he's spooked, he doesn't like this, and that he's trying to get his bearings and just get.
Yeah, I don't know if you missed it, but at the beginning of this segment, he pretty much explained that this guy was doing a certain kind of camping where it's like he's intentionally not, like, he's camping in an area you really shouldn't be because he doesn't want to pay for it, I guess. Either he wants a thrill or he's looking to save a buck, I don't know. But, approved campsites, obviously, yeah, you would pay. That's why they're safe. That's why there's, like, park rangers or, like, restrooms or any sort of facilities, stuff like that. And it's for your own safety. But not everybody with a caravan or whatever have you, I guess, wants that safety or to spend their money. I don't know. It terrifies me. I could never. Power to them, but I could never. What the hell is this shit? Goodbye. You get what you pay for. He got the thrill he wanted. He really did. It's like swatting a bee's nest and you go, oh shit, there's wasps in this bitch.
Get his headlamp and get out of here. And what's really disturbing about all this is they're just standing there watching him.
Menacingly.
And Sam, of course, notices this, saying, they're just standing there. They're just standing there. They're watching me. So he makes the decision to abandon everything and just get back to his van. And he notices these people are moving again. And he doesn't know what to do. He just keeps saying out loud that he's going to leave. Let's get out of here. Hoping that who's ever pursuing him will hear him and decide not to follow him. But things are getting worse. Sam has become disoriented in the dark. He doesn't even know which direction he's going. And the entire time this is happening, he's panicking. He's just trying to find his way. And he looks in the camera and just says, I smell your cigarette. I can hear you. I hear you. He could tell that these people are still out there. And as he flees through the woods, he looks back and sees these attackers taking his belongings. But now he's just thinking about his own safety. He doesn't even care about the stuff he brought. He just wants to get away. But
I bet they're having a fucking chuckle. Free stuff.
After his stuff, that
this
they
guy's
are
a
now
ding
actively
dong.
pursuing him through the woods. And he's really struggling to find his way. And eventually, he does lose sight of his pursuers for a moment, but his disorientation continues. And for a few more moments, he does lose sight of the attackers. And he just says, you know, I don't see anybody or hear anybody anymore. But then he starts to hear them again.
Okay, here's the trail of some kind. I'm soaked. I'm toast. Okay, oh, they're coming. Leave me alone!
I would be silent. You would not hear shit from me. Except leaves crunching and stuff.
Okay. I don't know where I'm going.
Frick.
Ow! Ow.
Got the survival instincts of a frickin' rock.
I'm in breakers. Okay.
And it's like just in the nick of time, he finds one of the paths. And this is when he tries his best to deter this pursuer by saying, I'm recording all of this, I'm calling the police, and he confirms his progress saying, all right, I'm back on the path, and in one final confrontation, he just screams, get away from me. Now, thankfully, he does make it back to his camper van at the dog park and drives home safely after this terrifying experience. And once he gets home, he records this recap of the events for everyone to view. Now here's where things get a bit strange because this isn't over yet. The following morning, Sam decides to return to the campsite to try to recover
usually
all of
people
his
like
abandoned
this
gear, or at least what's left.
Would be
Surprisingly,
equipped
he discovers
with a
that his
gun.
belongings weren't actually stolen, which totally contradicts what he thought he saw during the escape when he believed the attackers were taking his things. So he uploads all this footage to his YouTube, and as you can imagine, a lot of people began accusing him of staging the entire incident. However, his reaction seems pretty genuine. I mean, different people do respond differently to stress, right? And people start speculating about the attacker's motives, and the entire comment section, you know, his community is still debating whether this was just a prank that was gone too far, or maybe it really was something more sinister.
Any places
Judging
don't
by
allow
his YouTube
carry?
channel, though,
What?
it seems very out of place that he would go to these great lengths to fabricate a video like this, but, I mean, you never know. Unfortunately, the identity and motives of these two attackers remain inconclusive. On a Friday night in early October of 2019, two friends pulled up their car to the edge of Daring Wood in Pluckley, Kent, England. This wasn't even where they had planned to go that night, because they had actually spent the entire evening investigating another supposedly haunted location, and they were on their way back home when they started talking about this place called the Screaming Woods. Now, the Screaming Woods, which is what the locals around there call Daring Wood, has a very creepy reputation in England. It's known as this incredibly haunted forest where people claim to hear all these creepy, unexplained screams at night. So, two friends who were basically skeptics didn't really believe in ghosts or anything, even though they do go on ghost hunts. That's what their channel's about, but they also are open-minded about it. Now, as they're driving back, the other one just says, hey, you know, the Screaming Woods is actually on our way home. Why don't we just stop by for a few minutes and check it out? And of course, the other friend agrees and thinks it would be a great idea. The two friends pull up to the edge of the forest, and right away, they could tell the night is just super thick and dark. And when they step out of their car, there's this moment where they both kind of realize they're leaving the safety of their vehicle and heading into this place that's supposed to be extremely haunted. So they walk up this little path toward the woods, and they eventually reach a wooden sign that says, Discover Daring Wood. It sounds like a very innocent invitation to explore, but, you know, standing there at night, it felt like something just different. So both of them look at each other, and they're kind of like, well, we came all the way out here, might as well go in, right? So they step past the sign, and immediately they notice how the darkness beyond the sign feels heavier, like it's somehow different. It's like the forest is watching over them. And as they pursue further into the woods, the path starts to get more and more narrow.
We're only here for interest. We're not here to harm. I'm saying everything everyone else says to get a reaction.
And the trees, they notice, are growing more densely packed around them. In fact, one of them is looking up and sees how the branches against the night sky kind of look like skeletal fingers reaching down. But beyond all the creepiness, they just keep pushing forward. Eventually, they reach what is probably the heart of the Screaming Woods.
Do y'all want me to switch to
they just stop
body
walking.
cam footage?
They're surrounded by clusters of trees. They're standing there in what feels like a very oppressive silence. And now they're thinking, what do we do? So they take a minute to just listen and kind of get used to the forest sounds. And, you know, they could hear bats flying overhead, and there's these surprisingly loud calls from nocturnal birds.
Girl,
but
no one wants to encounter skinwalkers.
Even though these are all completely normal forest sounds, there's something
You're enjoying
off
it?
about the atmosphere.
I'll wait till it finishes.
Like, it just feels unnatural. And so one of the friends decides to just break the silence. He starts talking out loud to any
it's more fun
entities
listening with
that might
y'all.
be there.
I'm not gonna lie.
Make a rustle in the bushes or anything to let us know you're there. All I can hear is water droplets off the trees. Please change my mind. Make me believe.
And then they wait. They're just standing there in complete silence with this tension as they wait for anything to happen. And after a while, the same friend tries again. He speaks out into the darkness, and this time he's specifically asking for a sign. Right after this, they hear this sharp snap or rustle from just beyond where their flashlights can reach. Both of them are like, wait,
Find medical
hear
tips on
that?
driving.
But
You're gonna leave us all there.
it's a forest at night, so there's always random noises. Right, guys?
Right, guys?
Could have been anything.
What's you? I got excited then. I heard this tapping noise. My excitement levels were coming right up. Oh. If there's anyone here, please make yourself known. We're not here to harm.
If there's anyone
now, the
here,
friend
do a
who's been
flip.
doing the talking is feeling a bit braver after the first sound, and so he calls out a third time, asking for an even clearer sign. This time, they hear another sound, but it's closer to them now, and much more deliberate. Like it wasn't just a random noise, that it's something deliberately responding to their request. At this moment, both friends, well, let's just say their skepticism completely shatters. And they're both just overwhelmed with thoughts of, oh my God, there is something out here with us. and their rational thought is just replaced by fear. And while they're trying to go through the motions of what's happening, they hear a final sound, a noise that comes even closer to them, and that's all it takes.
Please, Spirit, it'd be nice to contact you. What was that?
You definitely heard it.
Yes, come from over there somewhere.
Do it again. Definitely see it that time.
Shall we go?
Yeah, I'm not feeling on that.
Yeah. We're getting out of here, guys.
Miranda's your ex a skinwalker?
That's not a piece of me, that.
They realized that they were about to become prey, that there was something out there in the brush stalking them, and who knows what could have happened. They completely panic, they start running, and finally, they reach the edge of the woods and see that wooden sign again. But they don't stop there. They keep sprinting until they get back to the
No, worse.
They basically dive in.
You're funny.
And the door shut behind them. Their hearts are just pounding out of control. And it really makes us wonder, were these two gents just freaked out by some animal sounds, or was there truly something terrifying stalking them just outside the reach of their lights? On the night of October 12th, 2022, a man named Travis decided to go camping alone in a very remote wooded area about an hour outside of his hometown. Travis was the kind of guy who just really enjoyed the outdoors. He'd been planning this trip for a few weeks now, and after work, he loaded up his gear and he just drove out to this spot that he found that looked pretty secluded. And after about an hour of driving, he finally reached a dirt road that cut through the woods. And so he parked, grabbed his backpack and supplies, and then he would spend about a half hour or so just hiking into the woods until he found this near perfect clearing that was just great for setting up camp. Now, it wasn't anything fancy, but it was enough space to set up a simple tarp shelter surrounded by all these tall trees.
Tarp.
The ground was really nice and flat, which is basically what you're looking for when you're camping. Travis starts unpacking all of his gear and just sets everything up. Now, at this same time, it's starting to get dark, and so he's got to move quickly because nobody wants to be fumbling around with tent ropes in pitch blackness. At one point, he pulls out this incense stick, lights it, and thinking it might help keep some of the bugs away, he's pretty hopeful. Now, Travis is actually pretty experienced with camping, so he's got the routine down pretty well. Now, by around 7:30 that evening, Travis had his camp set up.
I've noticed,
He had
like,
his tarp shelter secured.
Hear me out, bro. Every time I hear a story like this, it always starts out with, so-and-so is very experienced in camping. Oh, are they? The expert of frickin' camping and hiking every single time, and then they go missing or something. Anyways.
Sleeping bag rolled out underneath, and he'd even collected firewood for later. He's feeling pretty good about the situation, and he's pretty proud of himself for getting everything organized before darkness had set in.
CEO of camping.
But then, right as he's admiring his work, he hears this strange sound.
Lets a little bit of light into these woods. That way, cannot see a thing. And I don't think I was recording earlier, but something made a heavy sound over there. Could have just been some old rotted logs settling. But up that way, a couple miles, there is a camp. But I don't think anybody's hiking this way back down. Anywho.
It was getting completely dark at this point, and all Travis had was a headlamp on with this dim red light. Now, a lot of campers use red light at night because it doesn't mess up your night vision as much as white light does. And, he's looking around, and he starts scanning the area with his headlamp. In one direction,
that's what I'm
there's a bit more
about.
open space where he can see maybe 30 or 40 feet ahead. But in the other direction, it's just complete darkness. Like, the trees are so thick that his headlamp barely penetrates more than a few feet. Suddenly, he hears this really loud crack coming from the direction of the creek, which was maybe 50 feet away from his camp. This wasn't just like a twig snapping, this was a substantial branch breaking. Immediately, Travis freezes up, and he thinks that it's not just some random noise, but potentially a large animal like a bear. I mean, it sounded very deliberate. So he holds his breath, and he's just listening very intently. After maybe 10 seconds of silence, he hears another loud crack from the exact same area. Now, he's starting to get a little freaked out, and he's feeling this prickle of fear going up his body. He's trying to tell himself that it's probably just a deer or something, but the way these sounds were happening, they just weren't random. They were very intentional, like something was moving around trying to get closer to his campsite, almost as if he was being stalked. Now, he did remember hearing some other heavier sounds earlier up the hill, but this one was much different, and worse, it was much closer. At this point, he is definitely on edge. All the little forced noises you normally wouldn't even notice suddenly seemed much louder and way more threatening. So Travis reached down, grabbed his knife, and when he opens it, the click of the blade seemed incredibly loud just under the quiet of his tarp. And he slowly stood up and he grabbed his light and he's just sweeping the beam across the tree line, just trying to see if he could spot anything moving. He was specifically looking for eyeshine, but unfortunately, he couldn't see anything. And
is that really unfortunately?
Was either really good at hiding or had moved away when he turned his light on. Travis did see a bat flap by at one point, but he knew that definitely wasn't what made those breaking sounds. These weren't random noises. Something with substantial weight caused them. Feeling like he was being stalked, he didn't care about staying overnight anymore. The feeling that something was watching
if I saw
him,
eyes beaming at me in the dark like that, I'd be like,
sounding noises was too much.
And I'm gone.
He's alone. His instincts are basically screaming at him to leave now, so he just packs up his gear as quickly as he could, and the entire time he's stuffing everything into his backpack, he's constantly looking over his shoulder, expecting to see something there, but he didn't. Once he had everything packed, he made his way back toward where he thought the road was, and when he finally reached the edge of the trees and could see the outline of the road, he paused and took one last look back with his flashlight. He used the low beam setting, and he thought he might have seen something small moving by the water. Maybe it was a raccoon or something, but nothing seemed particularly threatening. And then Travis switched his flashlight to high beam.
And the reason that's invite me on a skinwalker hunting party, you would be the beacon of lights from your giant eyeball.
Freeze. Standing still, just off the side of the road was a figure, roughly 6 feet tall, dressed from head to toe in what appeared to be camouflage clothing. It just turned slightly away from Travis at about a 45-degree angle, and it wasn't moving at all, not even a little bit. Travis described it later as looking like some kind of terrifying life-sized statue that just appeared out of nowhere. Travis wasn't going to move. He stood there with his flashlight beam locked onto this silent figure, and about 20 seconds went by where neither moved. It didn't even seem to breathe, and all these terrible thoughts are just going through his mind, like, what did he stumble upon? You know, is there some sort of grow-op going on out here that he didn't know about? I mean, God only knows what he just got himself into. Or maybe some sort of underground criminal empire, who knows? For a moment, he considered calling out to the figure to confront it, but he remembered what people always say about being in remote areas. That it's not the animals you need to worry about, it's other people. And what if calling out to this person makes things worse? So in that very moment, he just decided to pretend he hadn't seen the figure at all. He turned away, forcing himself to walk at a normal pace instead of running, and quickly went back to his car.
Sprinting.
The entire time, he's got this image of this figure in his mind, and it really affected him on the walk back. I mean, he was incredibly nervous the entire time, but when he finally reached his car and got inside, he just locked every door and he began scanning immediately, convinced that it was going to follow him back. While he began scanning when he was in his vehicle, He looked back at the area where he had initially saw the figure, but the road was now completely empty. The figure was gone. Travis later recalled how the entire experience was incredibly strange, and he has no idea what that person's intentions were, or what might have happened if he'd stayed and tried to start a fire, or if he'd even spent the night there. Was it just a random person playing a prank, or was this camouflaged person waiting for him to turn off his light so they could approach his camp?
Alright, y'all, my brain is being mean to me.
I'm not sure any of us
Am I
want to
cooking,
know.
or does this look like
And
dog
because you guys
poopy?
all made it this far, I want you to comment below camping mysteries. So that way I know who made it to the end and who didn't. And if you guys enjoy storytelling like this, where we dive into strange cases of the mysterious and supernatural, what are you waiting for? Smack that like and subscribe button right now for more
Smash
content just
that
like
MF
this.
and
As
like
always,
button.
I love you all. Keep an open
Looks fine to me. Oh, thank you. Y'all are so sweet. I'm so serious though around this time, TM. I'm like so self-critical. It's difficult. It's difficult to see with normal eyes and a normal brain. Bit, are you still there? What was that channel called? I think you said something. Code Blue. That's what it was. What the frick?
Take it off, take it off! Take it off!
Wheel.
Hey, show me your f***ing hands! Oh no, oh, it hurt! Put your f***ing hand up! Stand up! Oh, it'll hurt! You're under arrest! Oh!
The man seen
Ah,
here is
an
Bobby.
artist's struggle.
It starts with a routine traffic stop, but for officers, identifying him would spiral into a bizarre, exhausting ordeal. He lies, he stalls, he puts on a performance worthy of an award, until his game unravels and the real reason behind concealing his identity comes to light.
I'm so lost, I don't know where I'm at. You're at a hospital. You're at a hospital. We just need your name, please, sir, so that we can just move on. The game's over.
At about
The
5:14
juke is
p.m.
up.
on February 18th, 2025,
The
a
gig
West
is up.
Dallas police officer spots a silver Chevy Trax with no license plates and initiates a traffic stop. The driver of the car is 36-year-old Bobby Brutzman, but confirming his identity is going to take officers far more than just a few questions.
Seeing that arrest made me hyped for the coffee house crime video I'm watching tomorrow. NGL. Wait. One of these that just played? You remember the Declaration of Independence. I guess it's fair, most people would notice, but I'm an artist and I'm making my thing, and my thing's gotta be the best that ever was. No one ever was. Yeah. Catch them is my real test. Train them is my cause.
Do you have your ID with you?
No, we're trying to find it. We just blocked the car.
Okay. Do you have any weapons in the car? No.
I'm always the best. Touch his fingers.
Yeah, the driver's gonna be lying. They're coming out
From
of the,
young, black and mom.
As a backup officer heads to the scene, neither of the two officers has any idea that Bobby is about to make a sudden move.
Take it off,
Not Bobby.
Just ran my squad.
29 just rammed into his squad. Going south on 6-9 here.
The crash leaves a Chevy Trax with severe damage to its left rear corner, and thick white smoke begins pouring from the exhaust. While more backup units are alerted, several officers speed off to join the escalating pursuit.
passing 66 on Cleveland. Hard to see him, but the smoke is so thick from the car.
35 I can take, prime.
Alright, he's going south on 60 from Cleveland. Smoke diminished. Alright, we're south on 60. Let me call it out. It's hard to see him again because of the smoke. We're going to be through Oklahoma, continuing southbound.
Wheel.
Passing Lakefield, he's up a couple blocks, just the smoke is still pretty thick. Alright, we're going
I'm like, yeah, fascinated. So how do you stop someone like that?
About 50, passing 5-7, West Dallas Police Department. In pursuit of a vehicle wanted for second-degree RES, rammed a squad. It's a silver Toyota RAV4, no plates. Now going.
Yuki's cookie going. No.
West on Forest Home. West on Forest Home.
Wait, is like the noise intentional?
Speeds are 65.
As Bobby weaves recklessly through streets and neighborhoods at high speeds, one of the officers moves in to try stop sticks. While this attempt fails, officers are closer to catching Bobby's ass. However, that will only be the beginning of a new challenge.
But did they just say the A word?
About 70 miles an hour. Cars are using Duke regard for them. Passing Plainfield.
73 are input down. 35, I'm behind, I can pit.
Alright, through Cold Spring, through the red at Cold Spring. That squad passed me.
I'm trying.
Never mind, the PNC's behind me.
Dang, they're still at it.
We're coming up to the freeway, which is taking over as primary.
Doug, keep calling it out.
Roll over.
So that's how they get you. They ram your ass off the road. What if you die?
Do not move! Car's smoking, if we can get some fire extinguishers down here. Hey, show me your hands! Show me your hands!
Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hand up. Put your hand up to mine. Crawl over this way.
How do we get in there, Doug? Let's go.
Okay. Let me. So he endangered tons of people. He doesn't have a right to complain. Well, it's like ramming into him could be so dangerous. I mean, I'm no expert. And it looks also like they were on or near a highway. I could be wrong, but he could have like landed into other people. And if he rolled over, he could have kept rolling. Could have thrown him out of the car. I don't know. I'm no expert though. Don't quote me.
Hands behind your back.
I didn't do nothing, the guy says, after speeding from the cops in a smoking car. Okay, dude.
I talked to you. Let's get him up, stand up. What's going on, buddy?
I'm trying. I ain't do nothing. I don't have no one. I'm telling you the truth, sir. I have heart problems.
Okay.
I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth.
You got anything on you?
No.
Just stick me, cut me?
I don't have nothing, sir.
Okay.
I ain't doing nothing, okay? I'm telling you.
Take a seat here. Sit down.
Sir, I can't breathe. I have heart problems.
We have a fire that we need to start working.
I know. I'm telling you, Drew.
As he is noticeably That's true.
After securing the passenger, officers moved to rescue Bobby, but it turns out to be more challenging than they anticipate. The truth is, surprises don't exist anywhere.
Oh my
on the
gosh, I
street
almost
or
just
even
spooked
online.
me.
Just like officers need the right tools
Every
we need the right tools
time.
to protect what matters most, our personal information. You know that annoying feeling when your phone just won't stop buzzing with spam texts and calls? I hated how my screen looked with random numbers, scammy offers, and weird links flooding in
Get your
nonstop
coin.
every day. I even almost fell for a text offering
don't care.
Oh, fuck. Help me. I'm stuck.
Is this the same car?
I got you.
Ow! Ow, my legs are stuck. Ow, my legs are stuck, man. They're stuck.
Okay.
It hurts. It hurts.
We gotta try to stand up, okay?
I can't stand up. It
What's
hurts.
stuck?
I'm stuck. My
NordVPN.
Where are they
Probably.
They're just underneath you.
Oh.
They're just underneath
You know, I feel like a ding dong because I let a NordVPN sponsorship fall through years ago.
Come on.
See my legs. The legs. Ow. How you doing? I'm stuck, man. Ow. I need paramedic. I need paramedic, man.
You're gonna get paramedic. You have to get out of the car.
Ow. I need paramedic.
Medina, can you grab his other hand?
I can't breathe.
If someone can...
I can't breathe.
This guy's stressing me out.
Unless someone can try to force open the windshield. We need someone to force open his and unstuck his legs.
Help me.
Stand up.
I can't.
If we grab him
It's not hurting me.
To assist in the rescue, an officer climbs into the car to help Bobby, and it's here that Bobby's twisted plan becomes clear to the officers.
Stand up more. Laura, stand up.
Damn, they're mean. They're meaty weenies.
Stand up.
I'm hurt. Ow, my arm. Ow.
Stand up to
Ow. Ow. They're hurting me. What's hurting me?
Out of the car.
Come on, stop. I'm not trying to fight you. Get out of the car.
Stop resisting. Get out of the car. Do not kick me.
No.
Get out of the car.
He's hitting me. Why are you hitting me? Why is he hitting me?
Stand up.
I ain't doing it. Oh, don't hit me. Don't hit me.
Get up.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
I'm sore. You hurt me. No, you hurt me.
No.
Why you hurt me? Why you hurt me? Oh. No, you hurt me, bro.
Oh my god, these kind of people annoy me.
Get out of the car. You're not trapped.
If Yuki gets a Big Daddy sponsor, we're all making fan cams.
I'm hurt. Paramedics.
Here, pass his arms back.
I can't breathe.
You got them both with you?
There's something about how these people like repeat themselves that drives me insane. Yeah, we heard you the first 400 times.
But despite the officers taking the extreme measures,
Probably
to protect
faking
one of their
likely.
own, Bobby still isn't done with his shit.
Get out of the car. I can't breathe. I need her. Car, bitch. No.
Shut up the spray. It's enough of the spray.
I can't breathe.
Get on the
car.
Kinsey, you good?
Oh, I got OC all in my eyes.
You know what?
Where's my arms folder? There it is.
Ow!
Oh, it's not even where the sketch is. Uh-oh.
He's hitting me! I'm sick! I'm here! Ow! Stop! Ow! Stop hitting me! Oh! Use your Use your legs! Get out! Yeah, you're hitting me! Ow!
Ah!
Stop! Relax!
Help me!
They'll try every single excuse. They really do. They like cycle through every single one. I can't breathe. There's always one of them.
His leg right here. Pull it up. Yeah, there you go.
Let them put you in handcuffs. Let them put you in handcuffs. Please help me! I can't breathe.
All right. Time to relax.
Oh!
I had to get food. What happened? I forget the beginning, but this These two guys in a car, like, sped away from the cops.
With Bobby finally detained, officers remain unaware that he's not finished with his
Speed.
tricks yet. Meanwhile,
Speedy
inside the
chase.
squad car, the passenger is struggling with his
Oh, that
own
was the
breakdown.
passenger?
Are you hurt?
Yeah, he's got Ma'am! 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 Help! Ma'am!
I'm a bad influence because I'm gonna say do it. Do it. Gotta watch some police chases. You just missed it.
With both Bobby and the passenger secured and en route to the hospital, the question about Bobby's identity remains unclear, and he is going to take the most extreme
Dan,
measures
Nikki,
to
you're
protect him.
Bobby's.
They searched him down there. I know they searched him.
Okay, so he doesn't have any weapons on him?
Because we got him out of the car, got him on the ground, we cuffed him, and I heard someone say,
Hey, buddy, what's your name?
I don't know.
Do you know where you are right now?
Andrew Tate's long lost brother because he's bald.
Okay.
Oh, that hurt me. It
Not
hurt
gonna
me.
hurt you.
It hurt me.
That's just to see your oxygen levels.
No, I don't want to see it. I'm gonna die.
You don't have to see it, okay?
I want to die, please. Let me die, man. Let me die. I want to die.
And Bobby really needs to
It's
turn up the drama when they get to the hospital.
Ow! 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 Help! Ow! Ow! Dude, my arm's hurt. Nurse, they hurt. Ow! My arm!
We just need your name.
I'm having a hard time.
Why?
And I'm so lost. I don't know where I'm at.
Okay.
You're at a hospital.
You're at a hospital. We just need your name, please, sir, so that we can just move
Bald,
on.
insufferable, and his face is kind of similar.
He gave me Bobby Martin on the
Because this is just a lot of work for you guys.
So I'm wondering
and
though, that is
because he's been saying
I was just like, let's just look up
but this might just be him.
Once again, officers have to put in extra effort to confirm his identity, giving Bobby another opportunity to put on an act.
You're good. We just gotta get your fingerprint. Relax. You gotta stay still, dude. Just relax. Here, let me see your finger. Well, then give me your name. Well, then if you don't give me your name, then I need to get your fingerprint. Is it Chad? Are you Chad? I know. I need your last name. What's your last name? I heard you guys are not Chad. This person was saying that he's tattoo idiots and he's being difficult with getting a fingerprint. Here, bud, I need your other hand. I'm not grabbing your print. Sounds like you're lying your name.
Stop trying to hurt me. No. Don't hurt me. No. Don't hurt me.
Why is he
You're gonna
talking?
hurt me.
No helping me. No.
Relax.
No, stop hurting me. You're
Relax.
pinching me.
Just stay down.
Ow. Stop hurting me. He's squeezing me.
Yeah, because we're trying to get your finger out from you.
I told you no.
During the show,
I told
Bobby
you
seizes the moment to bring
no.
up his dark past.
How much you want to bet that
Laying onto the officers for their
alcohol's a part of
supposed
this?
insensitivity.
Ow.
Oh, brap.
Ow.
Didn't spook me that time. I'm getting stronger.
All you gotta do. You don't have to do all this extra. All you gotta do is open your hands.
Ow. One hand. Ow.
He said, ow. Sounds a little zesty.
Don't bite. Don't bite. That's it. That's it.
Almost had it.
I wish to be this
Officers
ridiculous as an
eventually get his
adult.
fingerprints and finally confirm his identity when the scans come back. Officers find out that Bobby is a convicted felon and registered offender with a criminal record stretching back to 2007 that includes charges for theft, fleeing, resisting arrest, and multiple drug offenses. Inside the
Multiple
car on
drug
scene,
offenses.
Officers also found an ID belonging to someone named Chad, which initially led them to believe that it was Bobby's name. They also recovered a black satchel containing 4 individual baggies of a green crystallized substance, which later tested positive for drugs. To further verify his identity and uncover the truth about what happened at the pawn shop, one of the officers interviews the passenger.
Alright, this is gonna be hidden naturally because it's in the back. Get a load of this bow.
What's Bobby's last name?
Like,
I was cooking with this, bro.
he was scared. And I didn't know he was gonna do that.
What kind of drugs does he use?
Don't.
Into the wood chipper.
What they smoking a pipe?
Volcano.
I don't know where it's at.
Dang, nice folds.
Once his
Damn,
ID is
blow.
confirmed, the officers
Shut.
start to feel uneasy again about
Shut.
what might happen during his transport to jail.
I'm on, just because I feel like at any moment he's going to start being ridiculous.
That was big. Thank you. Thank you, Saber. Thank you, Vicky.
Hey,
Out of curiosity, what kind of drugs you on?
a lot.
Okay.
A lot.
If you keep using that language, you can end up in some hurt.
A lot.
Okay, I'm just telling
Did
you.
he just drop the N-bomb?
With the patience of a saint, officers finally manage to wheel him out of the hospital, but getting him into the patrol car becomes the next stage in Bobby's relentless game of non-existent cooperation.
Artists will put in so much effort for something that'll barely see the light of day. You'd see it more once, you know, things are moving.
It's cold, man. Where's the van at? Hey, man, I don't feel safe in this car. Ow!
You gotta sit up, bud.
No, I can't. It's cold, bro. Hey, I don't feel safe in here, bro.
He doesn't feel safe in here, bro. Trust.
Listen, hey, I said it off. Stop. Get off my face, man.
Well, stop it.
I just told you. Listen, hey, officer, ma'am.
Yeah? I'm right here.
Get my face, man. This is unnecessary. I wasn't doing nothing wrong to him.
Hey, Bobby. Hey, Bobby.
Ma'am.
Listen to me.
Nobody don't feel safe in this car. These two have been really antagonizing me the whole time I've been here.
That's gonna hurt a lot more than this car.
It's going to be so uncomfortable. I would much rather you drive in here.
After pulling a few more stunts on the way to jail, Bobby realizes his game is up and unloads one last dose of shit on the officers.
No. Man, tell that guy to go over here, man. Hey, don't listen to him, dude. He's a bitch. Come over and talk to this officer. She knows.
Crisis mode. Watching you render seemingly flawlessly is so healing for my rendering hater's soul. It takes a lot of patience.
I'm not going to touch your arm because your arm is bad.
They're ready for you.
A lot of patience and trusting the process. And I know
For
that
this incident, Bobby Brutzman
no
was
one
charged
wants to
with
trust
felony,
process. That
operating,
shit
fleeing,
sucks.
eluding an officer, causing bodily harm, second-degree recklessly endangering safety, times 2, possession of meth, bail jumping times 2, and misdemeanor resisting obstructing an officer. Ultimately, his cash bond was set at $10,000. And before you go, I noticed nearly 68% of people who watch these videos
Shut up.
aren't subscribed.
Ewu body cam Roblox Predator realized he's been caught on topic.
There's been a significant amount of information provided to us related to child being accessed, right? Specifically from your home Wi-Fi. Where were you talking to him?
I believe on Roblox.
Mm-hmm. Just one?
I think it was like multiple.
When the gaming platform Roblox flags a user for deeply disturbing content, investigators trace the account to a 17-year-old whose activity was only the first move in a larger scheme. In the chat logs, they find explicit conversations with children, each one pointing to a predator who's been operating undetected for far longer than anyone could imagine.
How often?
Hell yeah,
were you
Binky,
having
you
these
got this.
conversations?
Probably
That's
about
not inspired by Yuki's.
4 to 5.
I mean,
almost every
inspired?
day. I really didn't keep
And me?
count.
The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. On April 16, 2025, Marion County Sheriff's deputies and the Ocala Police Department SWAT team combine efforts to serve a search warrant at a Florida home.
Based upon the facts
Florida
set forth in the
home.
affidavit, I find there is probable cause to believe that the following laws have been violated. Possession of child.
The suspected perpetrator is 17-year-old Christian.
They seem like
Edward
AI
Scriven,
voices.
who's
This one is not. I feel like I knew his name. I was really trying to rack my brain there for a couple seconds. I can't think of it. This is a real dude. But he is the narrator for like a few of these channels. There's Ewu Body Cam, Ewu Storytime. There might be others too. I heard I was someone mentioned. You are so full of balagana.
Was placed in the back of a patrol car with his brother.
Hopefully we're not going to jail. I don't think you won't. Huh? I don't think you won't. Oh, you.
Predator 17. I don't know if it's.
Why would that?
I don't know.
Love you.
I guess we're gonna find out.
Love you too, Dominic.
While his brother Dominic is not questioned about the case due to his intellectual disabilities, Christian and his father are each interviewed separately in recorded sessions with a detective from the Internet Crimes Unit and a Homeland Security investigator.
There's been a significant amount of information provided to us related to child being accessed, specifically from your home Wi-Fi.
If one of your kids was to be involved, who you think it would be?
Christian. Dominic, no. Christian, yes. Because he's done it in the past, he's going to do it now, if he's going to do it.
Though they spare the details to Christian's father, what they're about to uncover is even more serious than accessing explicit materials of children and involves a disturbing and
Katie
calculated
fart
pattern
was
of
powerful.
predatory behavior. Before confronting Christian with what they know, they read his Miranda rights.
You understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're 17 and a half years old, so when you say you understand them, I'll believe you. Having those rights in mind, are you okay talking with me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When did you get your phone?
Sometime last year. My dad gave it to me because I've been doing good in school.
What kind of games do you play on your phone?
Roblox, plans,
Roblox. He just drops it
Clash
immediately.
Royale, card games mainly.
Okay. Why do you think I'd be asking that?
Maybe I'll make a second one of the sleeve.
Something happened.
To make it
In
more
February
seamless.
2025, Roblox reported Christian's chat logs to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Roblox is an online gaming platform where users, primarily children under 16, create and join games known as experiences while playing as customizable avatars. Christian regularly
Fart
entered these
power
experiences under
generator.
the username Lost Shadow.
Where'd that come from?
A name that I thought of.
Okay.
I don't really remember. I just thought about it. It popped in my head.
Yeah, it seems kind of foreboding, just like when you Lost Shadow, just ooh,
No, I'm like a Sonic type fan, so I think that's
okay.
why.
So it's Shadow from
Yeah,
Sonic the
I
Hedgehog.
think so.
Okay, that makes sense to me. What do you think happened? You said you think something happened.
I was talking to a kid when I really didn't know if it was like somebody who was under my age, and some things have been said, and it led to that right now.
Okay. Where were you talking to him?
I believe on Roblox.
Oh, Roblox.
I think it was like.
Don't punish me, official.
Yeah.
I was just chatting on
And
Roblox.
what did you guys talk about?
Like pictures and all that.
And so you talked about pictures. When we say pictures, what do we mean by pictures?
Like 30 pictures, I believe.
Okay.
So
Were they all your age?
they said they were. Well, not all of them, but some of them said like 15, 17, like around that range.
In one conversation reported by Roblox, Christian tells a child with an undisclosed age that he is 15 years old and asks unsettling, age-inappropriate questions.
When you lied about your age, what age would you say?
Why does this
Like
look
either
bigger?
a year
I'm
above
confused.
them, or if it like a year or two above them.
Just in a sense, so they would be comfortable type deal. So if they say they were 13, you say, "Oh, I'm 14."
Or 15, yes, sir.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm being honest with you.
What if they said 10?
I think I said only a few, like about 12 or so. But other than that, I probably skipped.
So it will be safe to assume, and correct me if I'm wrong, that basically you wanted to continue that conversation.
Miss
So
Bunny,
don't wanna
can
scare
you
them
color
with,
your body?
this
It looks
age,
like she's
so you
floating
put
arms and legs
yourself
with a head.
at a lower age.
Damn.
So they will continue.
You patient?
Something like that, sir.
When the child doesn't share her own phone number,
I'm
Christian gives his
working on
instead.
it.
Since Roblox prohibits the sharing of phone numbers, Christian tricks the filter by sharing it a few digits at a time and instructs the child to text him.
You share a bedroom with your brother?
Yes, sir.
I could not be a cop, right?
Does your brother, like,
It'd be on site with these creeps.
messing
Yeah.
around Roblox too, or does he use your devices?
No, sir.
Does anyone use your devices?
No, but my dad goes through my phone, if I'm not mistaken, when I'm not here.
When's the last time you went through his phone?
It's been about 3 months.
Did you find anything?
It's
No.
been a while.
It's just I find numbers in
I
there
must have like
that
scratched
are not
this a
his
bit.
contact. And I ask him about it, and he says, "Oh, that's my friend."
While the platform blocks users from sending or receiving photos, a deeper concern persists as individuals continue to lure children away from the platform, where safety features can't protect them.
You can't send pictures through Roblox, right?
No.
So
you can't.
how do the pictures get sent?
Either like through Discord or my phone number.
Discord is a communication platform that allows users to create servers where they can chat via text, voice, or video.
How you end up in Discord? Did somebody like tell you, hey, open a Discord so we can talk here? How'd that happen?
No, I went to it myself.
Are you part of any communities that talk about that process?
Like, what do you mean by communities?
Just groups of people speaking on social media or over text or...
No, sir.
No.
I don't think so.
So you don't belong to any Discord servers where people talk about that?
No, Discord service, yeah, I was.
There's some pretty tight-knit communities, right? A lot of them are interconnected. A lot of them, you know, people who are lower up in one server will start their own server.
Oh, Saber, it would not. It
You
would not
remember
because
what
they
the
would find
general
another
premise
way.
was behind?
Because they'll do this in public chat
Was it like a
too.
grooming? You know, you talk about grooming kids on Roblox, or
no, sir.
Okay, what was it then?
Like on Roblox or on Discord?
On Discord.
No, it wasn't anything about kids. It was just like dirty pictures or videos, whatever.
While Christian admits to moving conversations from Roblox to Discord to speak in private and ask for photos, what investigators are about to reveal is even more horrifying.
Did you ever ask somebody for specific pictures?
Like of what they look like.
Okay,
Like-
so you never said like send me a picture of a little girl or send me a picture of
No, sir.
What about, do you ever tell anybody to do anything with other people?
Like tell them to do something to somebody else? I don't know, sir.
I think you know. I think you know what I'm talking about. Well, there's a conversation that I was provided because it rose to a level of concern that was pretty high, where you and another user were talking about their siblings.
In one deeply disturbing exchange with a young girl on Roblox, Christian issues explicit instructions, describing in detail what he wants the girl to do to their younger male sibling, and demands video evidence. Christian admits to detectives that the sibling was possibly as young as 8 years old.
I mean, what do you think the consequences of that are?
I could possibly get arrested.
No, I just mean, like, what do you think that's going to do to that little kid that you're having him do stuff with?
Negative impact.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. Why did you ask them to make those videos?
I guess to mainly see if they were like telling the truth or whatever. I think that was my main reason.
How much of that is going to be on your phone?
None.
None?
If I'm not mistaken, none, sir.
Okay. So what happened to it?
Most of the pictures that I got either deleted or they deleted them.
Despite the graphic nature of his messages, Christian appears not to grasp the gravity of his actions.
I wasn't trying to do anything bad. I think I was just like...
I mean, Christian, I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's believable or fair for you to claim that you weren't trying to do something bad. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be condescending, but I think it's important we are clear in here that is a lie. Is it fair to say?
I snort.
Yes, sir.
And are we going to find you speaking with any kids on your phone currently?
No, sir.
No? When did it stop?
Like, I think it was like a few days ago, a week ago, something like that.
And what made you remove all those conversations?
Like Discord.
Or just what made you stop? Server get banned or wiped or?
Roblox, my main account did get banned.
Okay.
And I've been getting like warnings.
Though Roblox did shut down his account, Christian simply made a new one.
And you're saying on this new account you did not try to talk with any kids?
On this new account? No, I did, sir.
As the conversation turns to how many children Christian may have targeted, the scale becomes overwhelming.
From the content that you receive, like for real, how many?
What is Cucumber Model Swap? Why don't you find out?
I should have done this.
A few.
And when we say a few, we're talking more than 5.
If I'm not mistaken, you said.
So since this kind of like constant thing you were doing, are we talking about numbers above 20?
Yes, sir.
Is the number above 50?
No.
So we're more in the ballpark of 30?
Yes, sir.
But they'll soon learn the staggering truth that the real number may be exponentially greater. For now, Christian shares his perspective on the entire situation.
Oh my grandma sneezed.
Was not what he imagined.
I understand it's wrong, and I thought since I was like still a minor,
Let me shift myself.
Like I wasn't gonna have a. I knew it was gonna be
actually let me do
bad,
this.
but I didn't know it was gonna lead to this.
Well, did you think when you turned 18 in a few months that you would stop?
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna stop eventually because it was a habit, but
Have you tried to stop before?
Yes. Yes.
3 Yukis.
And trying to stop before, do you believe you would have stopped?
Like I would have, but something like inside
Ricky
me
Rough character.
made me wanted to do it again.
Don't you think that may have happened when you turned 18 as well?
No, sir.
You think
because I know when I turn 18 that if I do something like that, I could be in bigger trouble.
But you think a 17-year-old, it's fine to exploit 10-year-old children?
No.
And I'm not, again, I'm not trying to be condescending, but that's what you're telling me.
But no, I understand where you're coming from, and no, I wasn't.
You understand that what you're describing is an addiction?
Yes, sir.
Are we listening to Roblox drama? So what this is body cam footage about, I guess, some kid that's, I don't, it's done something sussy on Roblox. He's being arrested. It sounds like me when I put off doing homework, but say I'll get to it soon. Yeah. This is Yuki in her natural form, and we only see the VTuber character. Yeah, this is my skin suit. Can we watch the Chris Hansen documentary after this? Sure, like the one that I linked in chat earlier, or did he, like, Chris Hansen himself drop something?
Right now that I'm 18, I'm gonna stop. That wasn't gonna stop, brother.
I understand.
I'm sorry to tell you that wasn't gonna stop.
You're a skinwalker.
It's gonna escalate. This is the problem.
But that's why I was
yes
trying to, like, stop once in a while.
By his own admission, Christian is well aware that his age may have an impact on the justice he'll face for his actions, and has
Rip
his own
snarty
opinion
snart.
for what should happen to him now.
Am I actually getting arrested?
What do you think should happen in a situation like this?
Honestly, my
Chris Hansen's hero sounds like. What do you mean I'm overthinking this? The documentary. Like Hansen, I think is intending on. Yeah, Hansen is intending on doing his own documentary with Schlepp, but Schlepp uploaded video. I wasn't sure if like he was. I don't know. He like dropped it and I didn't see it, but he made it sound like it was in the future. What other Hansen roles? Oh my gosh. It's TBD, to be determined. Hansen is working on something.
Like, I shouldn't go to, like, jail.
Mm-hmm.
Jail?
I think for my actions that I've done, I think I should, like, know what it's like to, like, go to jail.
Do you guys have any water? I got water. It's not cold, but you can have some. That's fine.
I know
Yeah,
if you
water,
guys have,
not
like,
cold.
an age for, like,
You can
under
have
18
some.
or something, you go to what is it called again?
The Department of Juvenile Justice?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think I should be punished for my actions and learn from my mistakes and never to make it again.
Okay.
Christian, however, may not get his way. While he did spend the night in the Juvenile Justice Department, the following day investigators returned to confront him with shocking new evidence. Just hours before the search warrant, he was in fact talking to another child, despite earlier
Good
claiming
lord.
he had stopped.
I noticed there was a conversation with a girl yesterday with like a 406 number on your phone.
406 number. I was, but I don't remember who it was, sir.
Would you have continued talking with her today, you think?
No.
What made you stop talking with her?
Just lost interest or something like that, sir.
Like she wasn't showing her face?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Do you know how old she was?
I'm like, I believe 14 or 15. I do want to say something.
Yeah.
I know it's on there, but I forgot to tell you that I have 2 girls on there on Discord.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like you have them. You have one of them labeled a certain way on your bio.
Oh yeah, because she we were talking and she wanted to like be with me or whatever.
Christian's Discord profile reads, "I'm married by someone who I care about and love the most. She's very special to me, and I'm happy to have her in my life." According to the police report, his phone had no contacts or messages retained beyond immediate family and the children he was currently trying to exploit.
When did you start talking to her?
Yesterday.
And
yesterday.
Oh, just yesterday.
Bro,
Why
what?
say you're married?
Because she put hers as that, and I just wanted to like.
Where did you meet her? Was it on Discord?
Roblox.
Roblox. Okay. And then what about the other girl? Did you meet her?
Which one?
The other girl that's on there.
Same thing.
Okay. How old is she?
I think the same age. Sir.
How old do they think you are?
I told him I was 17.
Okay.
I told both of them.
Okay. Did you send pictures
I see.
of
For
yourself?
stop it.
To
Stop.
show my identity, like who I am. Yeah.
Did they send pictures of themselves?
Yes, sir.
Are they clothes pictures? Or
No,
something different?
just like face pictures.
Okay.
Show them. But the other one, no, she sent me outfit pictures or whatever.
Did you guys talk about, anything at all?
I asked for like content like that, but not like videos. Well, I asked for a little bit of videos, but pictures, and she said,
Oh my god, Pinky, don't even like put that in the air.
I respected that.
When asked once more about the number of victims, it becomes immediately clear that the number of children Christian was able to reach and exploit is far beyond what anyone could have imagined.
How many, a day of these people would you talk to? Because, seeing that you have the 2 on the Discord and you have the 1 just from yesterday, and then, there's a lot in the deleteds, but it looks like it's quite a few. How often were you having these conversations?
Probably about like 4 to 5, almost every day.
Okay, 4 or 5 almost every day.
4 or 5 kids?
Almost, yes, sir.
Okay. So probably a little bit more than 50 then.
I really didn't keep count, so probably.
The investigation uncovered conversations with children in 20 different states and multiple countries, and
Good
while
Lord.
attempts were made to reach potential victims, some couldn't be contacted. On April 28, 2025, 17-year-old Christian Edward Scribbin was formally charged as an adult. He was later booked into the Marion County Jail, where he remains held without bond. He entered a plea of not guilty. The case is ongoing, with a pretrial conference scheduled
imagine
for
being a
September
pred
9,
that young.
2025. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light,
Why is he so honest? He was being dishonest at points. Alright, I'm gonna put on the schlep video. Let me grab that link really quick. I'm gonna grab a snacky snack. My attention span is absolutely cooked. Okay, here we go.
Roblox isn't a place where we filter all the text and the voice, where we
Alright, be right back, cuties.
where there's no image sharing or any of the things that might happen from that.
I want to start off by saying that we all want to keep Roblox safe. We share this view, and we know that there's members of our community who feel strongly about that too. And you know what? We welcome them as part of the dialogue about how to keep Roblox safer.
I want to highlight we have always had safety as one of our top priorities, and we're not waiting for the law or legislation. We've innovated with age estimation on our own because we want to keep people on our platform.
This whole situation is kind of crazy.
Everybody go donate to this boy Schlep.
This is probably the worst decision this company has ever made.
Hashtag free Schlep on God. Yeah, they actually need Schlep. I'm wishing Schlep the best.
Roblox, you need to do something.
There's got to be something done. Nobody at Roblox listens to us. I'm frustrated, man. I'm frustrated.
Why should we support a platform that is taking steps to prevent predators from getting caught?
Roblox has just lost $12 billion in market value following their response to their cease and desist letter against me. Just for context, I'm someone who's gotten 6 predators within their community arrested in real life. That loss, though, isn't on me. It's a direct result of Roblox's own response to its child safety crisis. Instead of addressing the real issues, Roblox has doubled, tripled, even quadrupled down. They've put out statements after statements painting me and my team as reckless vigilantes while claiming that their platform is safe, when it absolutely is not. People are just seeing through this, and that's why a huge movement has started online called Free Schlep. It's been trending everywhere. Multiple members of Congress have now called out the company's child abuse problem, and the Attorney General of Louisiana has filed a giant lawsuit against the company for, and I quote, prioritizing user growth, revenue, and profits over child safety. The day after the Attorney General's lawsuit was filed, Roblox's market value dropped by $12 billion. In response, the company scrambled to roll out new policies targeting the very not safe for work games featured in the lawsuit and my videos, like for instance bathroom simulators. Mind you, the community has been calling out these games for years now, but still, even after everything, instead of removing these blatantly inappropriate experiences, Roblox simply slapped a 17+ label on them. They also launched a ban wave against some of the worst games they've knowingly hosted for years, games that have led thousands of children to getting extorted, and worse. Roblox's actions are nothing more than damage control for the problems they've allowed to fester, when the entire community was screaming at them to fix these problems. And the community saw that killing the messenger was an act of war. Shortly after these changes, Roblox released a video so bad that it was community noted on Twitter twice. David Baszucki, the CEO of Roblox, Matt Kaufman, the Chief Safety Officer of Roblox, and Eliza Jacobs, the Senior Director of Product Policy, did a 45-minute tech talk. Most of this is just corporate jumbo, but they go ahead and respond directly to their vigilante policy. Before I show this, I want you to remember, I'm the only person that Roblox has targeted with this vigilante policy that they just created. Not even my team was moderated or given any legal letter. I begged for a clear line and even offered to keep much of my work private to help, and I'm no way obligated to do that, but instead they went straight after me, moderating my accounts and sending a cease and desist before I could even react to the policy. And let's be clear about one thing, I'm not a vigilante. That means I'm taking the law into my own hands. We work with law enforcement, which is why we have arrests. Roblox refuses to say my name because they'd have to acknowledge those arrests. But make no mistake, they're responding to the outrage, which is about me, and this is what they had to say about it. They first start off the interview by talking about how vigilantes started out as a good thing.
Both inside of Roblox, and I think that there are lots of people outside of Roblox who really have the best intentions and the welfare of our community at heart. We all want to keep Roblox safe. And you know what? We welcome them in part of the dialogue about how to keep Roblox safer. And we have members of the community in these vigilante groups that started off in a really good place. They started off by saying like, hey, they're reporting on issues on Roblox. They're talking about how we could do better. And you know, we paid really careful attention.
This statement is just laughably hilarious. If Roblox is really paying attention, then what about when my mom emailed you guys about my own human case? What did you do then? Nothing. Actually, you kept paying the guy for years afterwards, until you were literally forced to do something about it. If what Roblox was claiming was actually true, them listening to the community, why are the biggest content creators leaving your exclusive YouTuber program in protest of how you're moderating your platform? And I'm gonna actually bring up something later in this interview to show you how much of a joke this is. This here is Meep City, one of the most controversial games on Roblox. Precraft, one of the largest Roblox YouTubers, joined this game and within 4 seconds was exposed to not safe for work content. The community has been complaining about this game for almost a decade now, but Roblox has still continued to leave this game up and platform it. But CEO David Baszucki mentions this game by name, and here's their philosophy on this.
You know, I can see some of our community naming experiences on Roblox and just say, take it down, take it down, take it down. I'd say examples could be Meep City, for example. Can you share, like, why should that be up? Should that be down? Like, what's up?
I think one thing that's really challenging on this global immersive interactive platform is that we have content created by developers and creators and content created by the community, by the users that are in that game. And one thing that we really try to do is be fair to our developers and to not moderate them for the behavior of their users.
How is this a crazy math problem? This is so simple.
Hi, I'm Munchin. It's about done, but yeah, that's what I was talking about. Don't want to moderate our developers. What? Forgive me. Like, brother, what? Huh? Hold on. I wanna back that one up one more time.
Some of our community naming experiences on Roblox and just say, take it down, take it down, take it down. I'd say examples could be Meep City, for example. Can you share, like, why should that be up? Should that be down? Like, what's up?
I think one thing that's really challenging on this global immersive interactive platform is that we have content created by developers and creators and content created by the community, by the users that are in that game. And
this already troubles me. She hasn't even said the part that's like troublesome. But this already troubles me because she's making, like, distinguishing the game devs and such from the people partaking in the games. You have to wrangle them both. And if rap and if people are misbehaving in a way that's being allowed through that developer's creation, I don't know. It doesn't look good for the creator, I'm not gonna lie. Like, am I making sense or am I crazy? This seems bananas.
And one thing that we really try to do is be fair to our developers and to not moderate them for the behavior.
You're gonna have to. You can be fair to developers and moderate people partaking in their games. Like, I don't know, I guess, like, it's not 100% the responsibility of the game developers, like, how people are going to act and behave. That should, for the most part, fall on Roblox, but they're not doing that job. So it kind of falls to the shoulders of the creators, the developers. And they're clearly exploiting that. So you need to extend the moderation to these developers, no? Like, bro, what? They're special because they make us money. We get to sit here and do nothing, and these people build games for us, and we make money. We don't want to scare them away from our free money.
Of their users.
How is this a crazy math problem? This is so simple. The creator of this game wants these people in their game. How is this even controversial? The developer is giving the tools to the player to make this inappropriate content. And that is the problem with Roblox. Roblox turns a blind eye unless the developers are blatantly making not safe for work games. And even then, it is still on the line if Roblox will take action. Roblox might have just went back on their word regarding Meep City. This game had every inappropriate feature removed from it pretty much overnight. It's unknown if Roblox made Alex Neutron, the creator of Meep City, do this, but either way, it shows the public pressure is working. Games that Roblox is doubling down on are folding, so that's why it's really important to keep speaking up about this.
Then we saw something change. What we saw is that some of these groups started engaging with the community in ways that violated our policy.
Am I tripping, or does this, like, hold on. He doesn't look real. Like, he looks AI generated. I don't know how to explain it. Cause, like, there's no way this guy's sitting here and having this conversation and it'd be generated by AI, I think. I don't know. But he doesn't look real.
Is doubling down on our folding. So that's
take
why
a look.
It's really important to keep speaking up about this.
Take a close look-see.
Then we saw something change. What we saw is that some of these groups started engaging with the community in ways that violated our policies. And so let me explain like what that means. They would go and create accounts on Roblox claiming to be a child.
Roblox keeps...
Like, am I crazy? It just looks AI generated. IRL AI, like, for real. Someone did point out a clip of the woman that was speaking earlier. She looked like she only had 3 fingers. And I don't know if that's just like a little funky work of the camera that they're using. I don't know what the story is, but it's just, he doesn't look real, it's so weird. But anywho, he just made a claim that they're taking issues pretty much with the fact that people are coming onto the platform pretending to be children.
Keeps repeating this same talking point, that I'm impersonating and pretending to be a child. But here's the reality. You have to pretend to be a child because if the predators knew they were talking to an adult, that wouldn't even be a crime. You guys seem to be more upset that I'm pretending to be a child than predators are decoys. And if it wasn't our decoys, it would be a real person. It's also worth noting that the FBI, ICAC, and local law enforcement all use these same exact tactics. Would Roblox be willing to send them a cease and desist too? And their claim that I'm impersonating children is flat out false. Impersonation means I'm stealing the identity of a real child. From the very beginning, we've never used real kids. We don't send pictures of real children, and we create totally new identities where every single photo that's sent is of someone that is of age. The only difference is we tell these people that we are underage. This is flat out a lie, what they're claiming. But what happens next is so wild that the CEO of Roblox cuts off the chief safety officer.
And then they would enter into game servers and they would go and start asking everybody around them, how old are you? And they were seeking out adults. If you said that you were, move on. But if you said that you were 25, then they would start engaging in conversations and they would try and use those conversations to simulate.
Matt, is this anecdotal? Because I know we have chat logs for all chat on Roblox and historical records. Are you able to kind of...
David totally derails that conversation. That statement is probably the most wild made by Matt Kaufman in this whole interview. To simulate what, Matt Kaufman? Because it's not simulation. These are predators thinking that they're talking to someone that is real, and they a lot of times want to show up in person and do stuff to them in real life. And in my opinion, this shows how little Roblox actually cares about this problem. They can say whatever they want. They can talk about all the new safety features that they're rolling out, but it means nothing if lawsuits are being filed every single week against the company and headlines are making the media about a new horrible situation happening because of this platform. I also want to say how they totally mischaracterize how I run my decoy operation. We are never the first to engage with any of the predators. They always contact our decoy account first.
So we saw these actors, they're pretending to be kids, they're trying to find adults, and then what they're doing is they're trying to move the conversation as quickly as possible to other platforms that don't have the type of monitoring and policies that Roblox has. And then they were using that activity that happened on other platforms to create situations that they would then video, they would report to the police, and then only after would they let Roblox know.
Roblox is accusing me of encouraging adults to talk inappropriately to people they shouldn't. That is not true, and if it was true, I wouldn't have a single arrest. We present ourselves as a naive kid who doesn't know about these topics. Crimes like this should obviously be reported to law enforcement first, not Roblox. If Roblox is notified before the police, they can delete accounts, tip off the predators they're being investigated, and give them a chance to erase valuable evidence that the police need to prosecute. The fact that these predators are on the platform to begin with shows that their safety systems have failed. If Roblox did their jobs, there wouldn't be anybody for us to find. Roblox also claims that I'm moving these players to other platforms, but those platforms are linked directly on Roblox's own site. Roblox has actually even partnered with some of those platforms. They even own a bot on that other platform. Anyone can make an account 13 plus and see social media links on Roblox, and unsurprisingly, people in real life have been abducted because of this feature that Roblox allows. And when they say I'm creating these situations, that's just insulting. I'm not creating situations. These predators are trying to grab people within your community.
And there's a bunch of issues in here. Number one, the violation of our policies about being honest about how old you are. Number two, moving conversations off platform. And number three, waiting to tell Roblox when they identified violative behavior to come and tell us so we could take action.
In Matt Kaufman's own words, in articles about vigilantes, he said law enforcement officials are best positioned to investigate potential crimes. So why is he criticizing us for going to the police first? And it's not like we're not even reporting these things to Roblox. We do. We give Roblox the same Google Drive that we give to the cops. They have the first chat log till the very end where they're in handcuffs. And we have numerous fully documented instances where Roblox
he sounds pissed, but
take
like,
action until
understandably
after we
so.
release videos that got millions of views. Also, waiting to tell Roblox in general is a policy violation? If you were on Roblox and went straight to the authorities instead of reporting it to Roblox first, could you technically be violating Roblox's terms of service?
I think some of these groups started off in a really good place, and they started off, really, and they still do really care about the community. The actions that they were taking were putting our community at greater risk and were violations of our policy.
Yeah, and who your community is being put at greater risk? Who? The predators? Let's be real. Let's be so for real.
The community at risk. Roblox even went as far to accuse me and my team of being similar to predators. Think about that. They're implying I am preying on predators. So to Matt Kaufman and David Bazuki, I'm very sorry for preying on the predators of your platform and getting them arrested and put in handcuffs, because I did never want to.
So them, they're just pay pigs. They don't care,
These
man. They don't
actors that were
care.
coming on the platform, they were reaching out to dozens and dozens of people, and the vast majority of those people were not responding to those engagements, and frankly, were harmed in that process.
I'm gonna show you this predator I caught. I sent a message in the chat and I got this guy messaging me.
Yes, okay, how old are you? I ask him back how old he is, and he says he's older than 18. I tell him I'm years old. Do you mind me being younger? No, not really. If you can keep it a secret between us, though. And he does Predator Strat 101. He asks for my Snap or Discord. And the reason why he's asking for Snap is because the messages delete. I tell him Discord, and I get on Discord with him, and the messages begin right away.
Throughout that entire process, where did I harm anyone? Because the real harm was Roblox letting this game exist on their platform for years. It only disappeared after Hindenburg, an investment research firm, went ahead and exposed Roblox for hosting this experience. And conveniently, it vanished the moment they showcased this predator catch. Notice as well how I wasn't the one to ask for Discord or Snapchat. Snapchat. The Predator did. These were the sort of people interacting with our decoys, and so many people are becoming victimized from people exactly like this.
They were normalizing policy violations on the platform.
What Roblox's own algorithm recommends inappropriate items to people. Roblox actively hosts not safe for work games for children. Roblox themselves in this interview doubled down on one of the most infamous instances of inappropriate behavior that they've allowed for nearly a decade, and they're really going at me for normalizing policy violations. Absolutely unbelievable.
And the other piece is oftentimes the sort of evidence that was collected, the video evidence, was really difficult to verify, really difficult for us. And if law enforcement had to verify it, then they're talking about subpoenas. And so I think something that sometimes seems obvious to folks in the community really is just much more complicated on the back end.
I'm not sure how the evidence that I was sending you guys was hard to verify. I sent you guys screen recordings of us scrolling through the entire chat on mobile, and a lot of the stuff that happens is happening directly within Roblox. Like for instance, when Roblox refused to ban this predator, we got arrested in Hawaii, and he was literally talking in-game about planning the meetup in real life on Roblox. With all that being said, I wanted to ask someone who's been working with law enforcement and has been doing predator catching since before I was even born. So I decided to take a seat with Chris Hansen to catch some answers.
I'm Chris Hansen. I'm co-founder and correspondent
On public server,
for the True Blue Streaming Crime Network. We do a lot of crime and investigative reporting. Our Takedown series, which exposes predators trying to exploit children online. And we also work on a number of documentaries, including this particular project, exposing the sort of thing that goes on Roblox.
I wanted to ask you about some of the comments that Roblox has specifically stated about like predator catching. One of the main complaints is pretending to be a child. I want to know your answer. It's kind of obvious, but the importance of using decoy accounts to just find different predators.
Well, we couldn't do it without using decoy accounts. In the very beginning, we had an online watchdog group, Vtuber Justice, do that work, and now, and for the last several years, it's been members of law enforcement who have posted children online, merely sitting in one of these areas, and they get approached by somebody who is seeking to exploit children. And then the conversation takes place. It all happens according to the law, and then that gets turned over. Now, I understand that any time
he's clearly like on a phone.
To a corporation, it's like, okay, here's this kid. We don't know whether he's following the rules properly. We don't know if he's running this by a lawyer. Maybe you could argue that they just don't want that sort of activity on their platform, but you think they'd be more worried about the activity that you're exposing.
That's what I've been trying to get at this whole time.
Let's worry about that, number one, and then you can have a conversation with young Schlepp. I mean, if I were the CEO of Roblox, I would make you an ambassador for security. I would get out in front of this thing and do what would be a fantastic promotional move. I'm a little dumbfounded that they haven't figured it out, given that these guys are in the high-tech world who invented this stuff in some ways. Why don't they get ahead of it and get a young guy on their team?
That's
what I'm doing with you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's not that hard to figure out. I learned a long time ago that if you're not listening to the youngest guy or girl in the room, you're missing opportunity. You have to evolve, and you have to keep on top of this technology, and you have to bring new ideas into the room to do your job.
Audibly lagging.
Expose bad people.
Let me pause that for a second. Bugs out. Are we good? Nicht gut? Maybe a little pausey will help. I have no idea.
I mean, the thing is, I've made it very, very clear to Roblox since the beginning. Give us a private line. We are open to communicate with you. We want to talk with you guys. We know a lot of these really bad actors, and the first official contact I had with them was the cease and desist letter.
It's horrible from a public image standpoint. I mean, you're killing the messenger, right? It's not like you're out there tracking these guys down with, tasers and smoke guns. I mean, you're providing information to the platform.
One of the major complaints that Roblox had about me was that I was actually going to law enforcement first before sending their report, just so that they would have a start to finish conversation of everything that took place. Did you guys ever reach out to social media sites before this sting goes down?
No, we always go to law enforcement. We work with law enforcement in everything we do. And that is to ensure a successful prosecution. That's why the prosecution rate in these things is, like 99.9%. 1%. It's law enforcement first, then they can deal with the corporation. The corporation should be more concerned about reporting what it finds to law enforcement to investigate.
I'm going to read to you a quote from Roblox's corporate blog describing our operations. Similar to actual predators, they often impersonate my actively approach users and then try to lead them onto different platforms to have explicit conversations. We obviously do not talk to these predators. We don't impersonate real children. Our decoys are, you know, adults.
Well, I think if they're mischaracterizing what you're doing, that's wrong. Based upon what you've said to me, you don't actively bait these guys in terms of making the first approach. You merely set up a profile of somebody who's underage, and you exist in that room until an adult approaches one of your decoys. Then if conversation takes place, they get exposed, and that information gets turned over to law enforcement. And in many cases, they do something, and then you report that both on your platform as a citizen journalist, a young guy working on these stories, and to Roblox to take action as a corporate citizen.
I thought it was kind of wild how they compared what we're doing to actual predators.
Well, if they're mischaracterizing what you're doing, yeah, that's horrible. This entire project is going to be healthy for Roblox, and it's going to be especially good for users of Roblox, because anything that creates awareness and a dialogue is important. And you need to tell parents that this stuff exists, that these dangers are out there, and that if your child is approached by a predator, they need to come to the parents. I mean, that's the first line of defense. It's great what you're doing. It's great what I do. It's really great that law enforcement and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children does all this work every day across the country. It's great that Roblox has a department that takes a look at some of this stuff. What's not great is the lack of connection here that could make it even better and safer. Until that happens, we have to show parents what goes on here, and they have to have the discussion with kids and say, hey, be careful.
What made you like interested into like getting into Roblox?
You know, I was personally getting communications on social media saying, you need to look into this, you need to look into this, you need to look into this. And then we saw a big case down in Florida where a guy was arrested in Central Florida for and actually giving them Robux and having them exploit siblings and other. It made headlines down in Marion County, Florida, and so I started digging into it. We had good contacts with that sheriff's department there.
Put the fries in the
actually,
bag,
ironically,
bro.
just did a predator sting, a takedown sting down there. So we started with an interview there, and it turns out that in the same jurisdiction, there was a 10-year-old girl who was exploited on Roblox by a man all the way over in England.
Is that the one we just watched? I'm not sure. It might be.
And all of a sudden, all these cases started developing, including the lawsuit by the Attorney General in Louisiana.
It's interesting you mentioned Florida because we got an arrest there. We got it in Polk County, and it was a guy who possessed.
Polk County, as you know, is where Sheriff Grady Judd is, and they're very active in this space.
Oh, yeah.
We do work with them as well. First of all, it breaks my heart, and I'm so sorry that you had to deal with this as a younger guy on this particular platform. The fact that you were bullied and preyed upon and advantage of, and that it went to the extent it did, it breaks my heart, and this is why we do these investigations. But to see you at your age turn it into a positive and do something about it, I think is incredible and admirable.
Thank you. I appreciate
From a guy
it.
who's been kicking around doing this for 42 or 43 years now, it's really cool, because when I started on television, I was your age. I was 22 years old. So
I had no
when
idea.
a young person do this kind of work, it's very impressive to me because I know what it takes.
Yeah, I mean it's very crazy when you start looking into this stuff. I mean it's a rabbit hole. It only gets more disturbing the more you see. And
well, you know, and since we announced that we're doing this documentary and that you are collaborating, I am overwhelmed.
oh yeah, I saw a tweet on Twitter. It got like 160,000 likes that you're just even looking into the platform. Because that's the thing, people have known about these issues for so long, but journalists haven't done enough to like really look into it. And now it's starting to break into the world where everybody is starting to like start to be aware.
Well, now you're seeing more mainstream, you know, outlets cover it. And
Yeah.
look, we have the ability to infiltrate this world because we've been doing it for 21 years. First with To Catch a Predator, and for the last 2.5 years at True Blue, our streaming crime network, with Takedown. So we know how to do this and work with law enforcement. Now, a lot of people can go out and do this stuff independently, but here you are, a good example of somebody who has done the work and given it to law enforcement. You know, and that's the key here, because if you expose these guys and, you know, make fun of them and do a Borat kind of thing like some other content creators, they often don't face the consequences. They don't have to register as a offender. They don't get prosecuted.
Yeah, and I think the thing is too, a lot of the reason why I have to make this content is because we reach out to Roblox, we give them the emails, we give them all the information. They don't respond until after we publish a video that gets millions of views on YouTube. You know, it makes me concerned because if we're getting that, what are real victims getting?
Look, I understand a little bit Roblox situation here. What they're trying to do is follow the protocol. When they see something, they're mandated to report that to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, which then refers it to law enforcement. And that's good, and they should be doing that. But why they wouldn't also take advantage of information given to them, wrapped with a bow around it, as you have done, it's stunning to me that they wouldn't see the opportunity here to be an ally of yours as opposed to somebody who, you know, they're making an example of and saying,
oh, for sure,
the rules, banning you. I don't understand that. From a corporate citizen aspect, it doesn't make sense. From a public relations standpoint, it doesn't make sense. And from a justice-seeking standpoint, it doesn't make sense. So I don't know, and I hope that during the course of this, that I'll get a chance to sit down with somebody at Roblox. And I have a feeling that's going to happen. But I'm going to be posing all of those questions when that interview takes place.
To young people who look up to you and see predators in online spaces, what is the single most important step that they can take to protect themselves?
I would be hesitant to tell people to conduct their own investigations, but I'm adamant that you got to report this stuff to your local law enforcement agency. You got to report it to the service provider. You got to report it to the platform. Hopefully, between those three things, you get some action. I think 15, 20 years ago, law enforcement would be a little overwhelmed by this and say, you know, if you're in a small town, you go to the police department, say this happened, they say, okay, well, you know, I'm not sure how to investigate it. Well, today, every department has the ability to investigate this stuff, and they are very willing to take these cases on.
It's an absolute honor to have Chris Hansen featured on this channel. Chris Hansen is flying me out soon to actually feature in his Roblox documentary about exploitation. With everything that we've learned so far, one question persists. Why did I get this cease and desist? I'll let this alleged former Roblox employee answer this question for you.
You have to make a decision, right? You keep your players safe, but then it would be less of them on the platform. Or you just let them do what they want to do, and then all the numbers look good, and investors will be happy.
You might just be thinking this is one alleged Roblox employee. Well, Bloomberg is claiming that 8 Roblox employees told a very similar story to this in 2024. Roblox actively
Chippy,
forces
what do you think
victims
about
of the
Roblox?
platform into arbitration, a tactic so unethical that platforms like Uber and Lyft actually have policies against doing this. The reason they're doing it is even more outrageous. Because this person received so many benefits from using the platform, he cannot now complain that Roblox is trying to prevent him from seeking justice in court for the life-altering harm he suffered. Here's why I personally care so much about this problem.
Chippy,
who's been offered free Robux to do something that was inappropriate in the game? Or someone has said, I'll give you some free Robux if you come and follow me on Snapchat.
And those two
or
dudes,
TikTok
they
or
do have
something
like
that.
extremely
Who's had that
punchable
happen?
faces, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, loads of you.
I've seen a lot of corruption in big tech, but I've never seen a company harm this many young people at the scale Roblox has. They can say whatever they want about safety or try to discredit me, but the arrests and their response to those arrests speak louder than any PR statement that they could possibly make. This isn't just about moderation. The rot goes all the way up to the CEO, a man whose vision includes adding dating to this platform and defending predatory games like Meep City. It's not even negligence, it's his literal philosophy. The narrative around Roblox needs to change. People have to understand what this platform actually is. Share what's happening, talk about it. Make sure your friends, parents, journalists, and lawmakers know how deep these problems run. Call your congressman and tell him you won't stand by while Roblox puts children in danger. I've been sounding the alarm for over a year as a whistleblower, and Roblox's leadership has tried to silence me. What needs to happen is David Baszucki needs to sit in front of Congress under oath, and he needs to explain why so many people have been abducted and abused on his platform, and why his company is choosing profits over safety.
Our thoughts? Not a one. You're so relatable. So I'm doing something with this model that I intended to do with the last one, but ended up not doing. And that was sleeveless arms. So the sleeves will come on and off. It's gonna be a lot of work, but I hope it pays off. I hope it's cute. Model will be finished in a year, but it will be bomb ASF. I hope it won't take that long. I mean, I just started recently, and I'm getting close to finishing the main outfit.
Just behind a locked door.
You look right across from you, there's blood up there.
Oh, okay. Dude, nothing on this call makes any sense.
The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. On the evening of April 2nd, 2024, Rhonda King calls the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office seeking aid.
Hello, 911. Hello? 911, press the button if you can hear me, you can't speak. Stop.
Oh, Roger.
Stop.
All the dispatcher can hear is mumbled arguing on the other end. After a few minutes, Rhonda responds.
Do you have an emergency?
Yes, I need to have somebody come to Palomas Avenue. I don't know the exact address. I'm sorry.
Okay, I need an address or some cross streets so we know where to find you.
It's the south side of Paseo del Norte. Please, it's an emergency.
Okay, I need the address so I can send them.
Can you get it from my phone?
What's your callback number?
Stop. Look under John Colbert.
Ma'am, answer my question. What is your phone number?
Ma'am, please, it's an emergency.
Okay, listen to me and tell me what happened.
Ma'am, their mother is passed away and they need some emergency assistance. Please, no. And I think the person is being a danger to themselves. And I'm trying to stop them, but I can't.
Rhonda identifies the other person in the home with her as 59-year-old James Colbert, her friend and ex-boyfriend.
What is he doing that you keep saying stop?
He's trying to get to the room where the guns are in, and I locked the door, but yet he has a key to get to it. And we've been like wrestling over the keys. James, no, stop. Listen to her. Stop. 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 My key. Ow. Ow. My key. I hit my head against the wall when we were struggling.
Eventually, the dispatcher uses Rhonda's phone in order to locate her, and as the 911 call continues, deputies from the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office urgently make their way to the residence.
Wait, so chick on the phone is like, can you like track this phone? And the lady's like, no, what's your number? Look up under so-and-so. Ma'am, I need you to answer my questions. Clearly she can't give you the number for one reason or another. Bro. And then they find her anyway. They were able to track her phone. What the fuck? That always confused me. Like, can or can't you? Stinky doo-doo heads.
James, stop. Stop, they're here. James, they're here.
Sheriff's Office.
Sheriff's Office.
Sheriff's office. All right. What is it?
They're down here by the door.
All right, you come out here to us.
Nobody's armed. Nobody's harmed. Where are you? I think he's in shock. His mother passed away. And he's the sole caregiver, and I just think he's in shock. And I called him late today.
James, it's okay, man. Hey, you're gonna be okay, dude. Okay. All right. Do you have weapons on you? No. Is it okay if I check real quick? Sure. Let's go. Turn around for me.
Guns in that room.
No, there's not.
No, please don't.
No, I'm not putting you in custody. No, this is just to make sure there's no weapons.
There's a mental health issue here.
Yeah, no, ma'am. I'm just gonna check you right here, all right?
Please don't hurt me.
I'm not hurting you, James. I just want to make sure you don't have pockets or anything, right? Your keys?
Okay, here.
Okay.
These are the keys that I have.
Yeah.
Is it slower to track the location through the call versus giving you the number?
Can I talk to you outside, brother? Yeah,
I'm assuming so. Like, that's gotta be it, but I don't know.
Can we open that door, please? Why? Do we need to open it right now?
Because I'm not gonna lie, I thought that
the
as
heating stuff doesn't work if it's
for your
locked.
number
Okay.
as like
I
an
will be-
identification thing. Sorry, I'm pausing. Like how, you know, when you're like they're questioning your like mental wellness or your health or whatever, your cognitive ability, they'll ask you basic questions like your location, your name. I thought maybe that could be a thing, but it does not seem that way. I'm not an expert though. Myth.
Be sure to unlock it. I will unlock it here. I will unlock it here before we leave, all right? Go ahead.
As some of the deputies attempt to speak with James, a task that will prove easier said than done, another breaks off to talk with Rhonda.
Hey, doing hands.
Can you come talk to me in here?
James and I have been friends for 40 years.
Uh-huh.
Good friends. His mom has been ill, has had Parkinson's. He's taking care of her. And
We're inside making contact now.
And I would just, it doesn't matter what's in there. Believe me.
So listen to me. I know.
I don't know where you've gone.
So we're gonna take care of it. But I need you to relax and talk to me, okay? What is he doing that's making you feel like that he wants to hurt himself?
Because he told me he did.
Okay, what did he say exactly?
He just said that there was no reason to live anymore. And that he just felt it was best just, you know, I don't know if he said specifically kill himself. But he said there was no more reason for him to live.
Rhonda clarifies that the residence doesn't belong to James, but to his father, who has passed away. She also states that the reason she believes there are firearms in the house is because it had been broken into a few months earlier, and the police
Stop
report
advising
James filed
the
stated that some of
furrification of
firearms
Yuki.
were stolen.
Go
While this may
crazy.
at first appear to be a routine welfare check, the deputies will soon uncover that nothing is quite as it seems, and a dark secret is lurking just under the surface.
So James, what's going on today, man? We got called out here because I'm sorry to hear that there was a death in the family, and that is what I understand happened today.
Yesterday.
And yesterday, okay. And this has obviously been very rough for you.
Absolutely.
And so we were called out here because somebody said you were maybe thinking about hurting yourself.
Rhonda did.
And is that true? Is that something you were thinking of?
No.
So what's going on today? What was the argument about today?
Just that what's happened with my mom and that kind of stuff.
Okay. So she's under the impression you're trying to grab a gun and to shoot yourself.
She thinks I would have killed myself in that room.
Okay. But not
my intent.
You're not intending to do that.
No,
Why
no.
would she think that?
She just does. I don't know why.
Okay. Can we have medical come check you out, man? Just because. Sure. I mean, you got some scrapes and things like that. 360. So it's 10-4 for FMO.
Is this what is on your shirt?
That's a little bit of blood.
Yeah, from
your lip or something.
Something, yes.
But a nipple for every time I
Just-
advise the
just
furification of
cut.
VTuber, I'd have two
Got a little
nipples.
bit on your nose too, the bridge of your
It's
nose.
riveting.
Okay.
With blood on his shirt and cuts to his face, it's determined that James needs medical attention. However, he has something he believes is far more urgent on his mind.
But sir, had broken into. They stole music equipment. They stole all kinds of stuff out of my parents' house. I need to lock it.
We're gonna walk out to medical first.
I want to secure the door, please.
We can secure it right now. Is she leaving?
She can come out. I want to secure the door.
Okay.
You can wait right there.
Yeah, so sorry, so we're a little antsy just because we were told there was a gun involved.
Okay.
And our
I have
belief
no gun.
was, yes sir, I know, I patted you down.
Okay, I have no gun.
But our belief was that it was in the house, and that's why when we showed up, we were trying to pat you down for weapons, take you outside, because if there was a firearm, we wouldn't want you to you know, you or Rhonda.
Can we lock this door, please?
Escorted by a few of the deputies, James is allowed to enter the residence again to turn off the
I
lights
think
and
after
arm
this
the
video, I'm
alarm
gonna wrap
system.
this show up,
Already,
boys.
some of the responding deputies are
Your
having
girl's
doubts about
cooked.
the seriousness of the situation, something they may come to regret by the end of the night.
I think this is an overreaction. I'm gonna be straightforward and just tell you what's going on here. So we showed up, you were covered in sweat.
Right.
You have some blood on your t-shirt.
Uh-huh.
You told me, you said, hey, I'm not suicidal, but I'm not in a good mental space.
Right.
All right. And so I would like for you to just get checked out by these gentlemen. They're gonna take your blood pressure.
Okay.
Because you were obviously in a highly emotional state when I came in contact with you at first, all right?
The only thing is, we have to go to my other house.
Okay.
You don't have the key, Rhonda.
Okay. Is it the one with the little puppy dog?
No, it's the one that we had made, right?
I don't remember which ones are which.
This one.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay, let's go this
Are
way.
you sure? Let me just take all of them.
No,
Okay.
because this is the step to my other house.
Okay.
All right, man, let's go this way, okay?
James gives the location of his house, but the deputies insist he gets checked out by medical personnel before he can explain why exactly he's so eager to return to the other residence.
As soon as we got in, she was causing more of a ruckus than he was, so I had to take her around the corner to try to calm her down. I honestly think it's a bit of an overreaction on her behalf. Like, he was, I don't know if you saw him, he was sweating, like, he was drenched in sweat. And it's like cold. So he's just absolutely drenched in sweat. He's being very calm, like extremely monotone, but extremely calm. So I was like, well, why would she think you're suicidal? She's like, I don't know. He said, I don't know. My mom just passed away. I was the caretaker for my mom.
With mounting apprehension about the validity of Rhonda's concerns, one of the deputies speaks with her directly.
Okay, so I know my partner was talking to you, but just if you could just give me a brief, a rundown of what's going on.
James's mother, well, James has been basically the sole caretaker of his mother the last few years since his dad died.
Okay.
She has Parkinson's disease, and she's been ill, and James has been ill himself, like medically, and I think a lot of it's, with stress related.
Earlier that day, Rhonda had called and texted James multiple times without receiving an answer.
I thought, well, I'll call his mom because, I'll talk to her if I don't get him or whatnot. And she didn't answer.
James's mother is 83-year-old Marion Colbert. Eventually, James returned Rhonda's call and told her he was at his dad's house.
So basically, we were talking and he said his mom passed yesterday. And I said, well, we need to call 911, James. Let's go over to the house. And he was adamant, but no. We needed to come here and lock. We need to go in here, and I was afraid to let him go by himself.
Okay.
Because I was afraid that he would go in and he might hurt himself.
It was around this point that she called 911.
I see you've got a little bit of a cut on your head.
Yeah.
Did he hit you?
No.
Okay.
When I was trying to keep him from going into the door, the wall there.
Okay. Can you move your hair a little bit? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, because we have medical here. So. Oh yeah. Yeah. We're gonna have medical take a look at you as well. Okay.
And trying to hold him, and he was pushing to get around me. And when I did, I hit the edge of the wall.
Okay. I'm gonna put some gauze around there, okay?
Okay. Oh, you're gonna wrap it?
Yeah.
Oh, are you serious?
How to stabilize that gauze? That's
Oh no!
I don't want to leave.
Okay. All right.
As Rhonda's injuries are being addressed, some of the deputies share their thoughts on the situation.
I think she's overreacting, and then I think this dude's just sad and kind of done with. I guess his mom died, but he never made any statements to her that he's going to kill himself.
No, he's had a break-in, so it's reasonable for him to be
paranoid.
That's why
about
he's super
that.
paranoid about everything about his, because it's been broken into, and that's like a violation of like personal, like intimate space. And then her freaking out's probably making him freak out.
And even
probably is
him-
going into shock, which is why he's sweating.
Hysterical wench.
Despite their certainty, Rhonda was about to share a detail with alarming implications.
I want you to go home
That way he can go home. He does live at home, and I said that was Tuesday.
But that's where his mother is, deceased.
So no one has contact.
No. His mother's there deceased. That's what I was trying to explain.
Not Stacey, right?
Eventually, Rhonda is medically cleared and allowed to leave the scene. However, what she shared about James's mother has left the deputies with the creeping sense that something isn't quite right.
Wait, what?
Mom's got them that dress, so...
What?
Yeah, she just told me that mom passed away last night, his mom.
And then she's still there.
And she's still at the house and no one has gone.
What?
Yeah, we need to like all get in a circle and because this is
Hey guys.
out of control.
Supposedly this lady said that his mom passed away last night and she's still there. Nobody has gone. She's still deceased in the house. I don't know how much I trust her information considering the state of mind she's in, but I think we should go check that address. I think she's more my concern than he is my concern.
Well, we can ask him the whereabouts of his mom just to double check.
Still, some of the deputies' doubts about Rhonda linger.
I think she's more of the, I guess, aggressor, if you will.
Yeah, she's off the block.
James has been placed in an ambulance for evaluation. However, he's refusing to be transported to the hospital.
James, real quick, brother. I understand, so your mother passed away last night, is that correct?
Yesterday.
And yesterday?
Morning.
Yesterday morning? Okay. And were medical called out or law enforcement? Okay, so where is she now?
At my house.
So we will have to go down there and make sure she's taken care of according to how we handle those kind of calls. Okay, so give me 1 second. I'll go let my sergeant know that we have to go down there. And this was yesterday morning? Okay. And where would she be in the house?
In the hallway.
In the hallway? Okay. Saying his mom passed away in his house, in the hallway in his house yesterday morning, and she's still there in the hallway. And he never called EMS or 911.
We need to go there.
Oh,
Me, you, and us three go.
okay.
This is nuts.
So your mom dies.
Why would you not call him?
In the hallway. That's another thing is, people don't die in the hallway. Old people don't die in the hallway.
You die in bed.
They die in bed or on the bathroom, not in the hallway. And then he's in shock, and then he didn't call us. The first thing you think would happen, you'd call somebody. You're like, hey, my mom just died. So your mom dies, dude. You've been taking care of her for the last 20 years. What's your reaction gonna be, dude? Are you gonna be like, oh, damn, mom died in the hallway. Let me leave her there for over 24 hours and go run errands and go to her house and start rummaging through stuff. What are we doing there, dude? She's just decapitated in the hallway. And then that's another thing is,
I thought.
Here's another thing that's weird. We got called out for 43-1 threats for him.
Yeah.
Like, imagine something happens, you're not well mentally. Your mom is, dude, nothing on this call makes any sense.
It's so bad. Rhonda's a little crazy, but I thought she was straight up lying that they were on the thing.
Yeah.
The deputies can't see anything amiss from outside the house.
Nobody's in danger, but they're dead in suspicious, I would argue,
Sheriff's office.
suspicious circumstances.
Oh, I agree with you 100%, but the state of New Mexico won't. Because the fact that they'll say, well, there's no exigency, she's already dead, she can't get more dead.
Am I dumb for thinking these cops are the ones overreacting? At the moment, I agree. What the fuck?
You smell the stench of death?
Now there's someone in danger.
Sergeant, smell the stench of death.
Since they can't enter the residence without James's permission,
Damn.
one of the deputies
That's
still at the other scene speaks
Yukibunns.
with him.
Hey, James. So, I'm Deputy Vela. I just have a question for you. Is it okay for us to go into your residence to check on your mom?
My mom's passed away.
Is it okay if we go into your residence? Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah, it
I
is.
have my dog there, and I'm concerned somebody takes her.
The deputy reassures James that no one will take his dog.
Are they in my property?
No, we're waiting for you. That's why we're waiting for you. That's why I asked you if you would open your door, let us in, and you said yeah.
They decide to transport James to his house so he can help them enter. However, given the uncertainty about the situation, they place James in handcuffs.
So I'll turn on the heater for you real quick, okay?
Can you get my blanket out of there or something? Sir, I'm freezing.
I'll turn on the heater right now. Would you like to come and open the door for us? Or is it okay with you if we
Don't leave a
open the
dog
door?
with a dead body. Yeah, for real. Like, what?
Well, the first thing is we need the dog taken somewhere.
We'll bring the dog out.
Right.
But would you prefer that we open the door, or did you want to open the door? Because this is your home, and this is per your request to check on your mom.
Yeah, as they said, my mom is deceased.
Right. And like we talked about that you'd like for us to
He's
check
being
on
so
it,
weird
to check
about
on the
that.
situation.
Sure.
Okay,
About
did you want us to open
yes,
the
we
door?
got that.
Still unaware of the horror
Still
that
haven't answered
unfolded
our
inside
question.
the home, they take the key from him.
Let's make announcements.
Sheriff's Department, anyone inside, make yourself known now.
What's up, puppers? Are we going in guns blazing and everything? Oh.
Oh.
What do we have?
We have a DB, obvious 10-7, blood on the walker, on her lacerations to her legs, possibly head.
Let's just clear the house, make sure no one else is
Okay.
here.
I'm gonna take this way. Okay. Well, I think our suspicions may have been confirmed.
This does not look like a natural death.
No, I would say this is not. I'm just gonna clear this real quick. There's blood. This is gonna be part of the crime scene. So we got blood right there in the next to the shower or the tub. Yeah, this is not good.
I wonder, does the woman, like, know about this?
There's hair right there. Okay.
I think this is probably her.
Yeah, let's secure. Yeah, let's secure the house. We'll call for animal control to secure the dog.
Just don't step on that
Yeah,
right
don't
there.
step on anything.
Following their gruesome discovery, the deputies search James and confiscate his phone.
Incoherent
With
could be
unsettling
reason-
calm, James makes an inquiry.
And he does seem to be acting, like, weird.
Did you all take the dog outside?
We have not taken the dog outside just yet. Hold on.
I don't want to put him in a combat stack.
We're gonna be having animal control probably come get the dog here in a
Ron
second.
is not going to pick up the dog.
Probably not right now.
A lot of weird going on with this one. I don't know if it's just because the body's deteriorating, but her state of undress, the way she's positioned, like none of that makes any sense.
Right.
And it could be that I'm wrong, but it doesn't seem natural. And I didn't look at the body too much. We'll let CSI handle that. Something's off about this one, brother.
James is swiftly transported to the sheriff's office for questioning.
Sounds off about this one, bro. Oh my god.
You do your hands real quick?
Undressed, yeah. My brain was just like, what's that? The salt stick, like, brrrr noise.
Put it on top of your head, alright?
Deputies remaining at the scene secure the rest of the property, wary about what other horrors they may stumble upon.
If we find Dad in here, I'm going to be pissed. It's getting weirder and weirder the longer we're here.
I just wondered, like, what his plan was.
I don't know. I think I killed her on accident, maybe. Panicked. Didn't know what to do. Decided he was gonna kill himself, yeah.
During questioning, James would eventually provide an answer to that question, as well as explain his mother's disturbing fate.
Hello, sir. That's for you in case you want that. Thank you. So, I wanted to talk to you today about funeral just because your dad was treated as into the investigation.
I cannot understand a forking word.
The detective reads James's Miranda rights and he agrees to speak.
James, can you help me understand why you're here?
That's a oopsie doopsie, ignore this. I misclicked.
She's been living with me for the last 5 years or so, and we've been having some conflicts as of late.
In order to understand this, you have to like
or conflict.
use your brain waves.
You know, she said
Rippers for free, bro.
sometimes makes some
Close your
derogatory
eyes.
statements. Like the dog wasn't fed sufficiently, that's why she doesn't have enough weight and it's gonna kill the dog. That's an example.
Though James
Add a
appears less
toe
than
and then
enthused
keep
over the
it? Bro,
prospect
what?
of discussing what happened between him and his 83-year-old mother, Marion, the detective next asks the question likely on everyone's mind.
How come you didn't call in state of shock about what had happened? I was thinking I should just kill myself.
It seems that despite the deputy's certainty that Rhonda had been overreacting when she called 911, her fears had been justified. Still, a question remained. How exactly had Marion passed?
She had fallen off of a chair, that chair that she's on now, and so I put her back on the chair.
Despite this claim, Marion's injuries couldn't have been caused by a fall. James states that it was around 11 a.m. on the 1st, over 2 days earlier, when he realized his mother had died as she sat in her walker in the hallway. He admits to leaving her sitting in that chair for around 15 hours before he noticed that she had passed. Instead of calling 911, James carried on with his day, heading to work and even sleeping in the house with his mother's corpse.
Bro.
He only told someone about Marion's passing when Rhonda met him at his father's house. Some of the deputies discussed the horrific nature of this fact while at the scene.
You wake up, get your normal cup of coffee, and then right in the corner of your eyes, mom's bloated, decaying corpse in the hallway.
What?
What do you think the dog thinks? The dog's like, please stop looking at me.
Already there was growing doubt about James's claim that his mother died as a result of a fall, as some of the deputies still at the crime scene speculated.
That's a little bit weird, dude. I think what happened was they had an argument. He killed her. Kind of went crazy. Went back to her house for some reason. Maybe he was suicidal. Dude, this is wild, bro. This girl was straight up murdered. She looks like she got the beat out of her, and she's in her walker. Not in a walking position. She's like seated down in her walker, leaning back, like naked except for a diaper. Huge lacerations all over her legs, arms, face. Blood spatter on the walls, on the floor. I'm gonna assume, yeah, like this is a homicide.
For real?
Well, I looked into the face of straight evil today, it feels like. This guy's an actual psychopath.
Following Marion's death, the rest of her family had to be informed about the tragedy.
Hi, Sergeant Nace. I am Lisa Colbert, and your officers were here at my home a few hours ago.
Yes, ma'am.
And, you know, we have a horrible, horrible situation.
Absolutely. I'm very sorry for your loss.
How do you leave your mother
You
like
know, we're
that?
blown away. My husband is in a huge proposal meeting with the government today. He doesn't even know this yet.
Lisa eventually told her husband, John Colbert, James's brother, about his mother's death, and the two came down to the station to speak with detectives. What they shared added a haunting layer to the already disturbing story.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna sit right here. That was good.
They discuss Marion, sharing that after she moved in with James so he could care for her, they rarely saw her and only occasionally spoke on the phone. During one conversation a year prior to her death, Marion told them that she feared James may attempt to take his own life. She was so worried, in fact, that Lisa called 911.
My mother-in-law called. She's 82 years old. She sounds very distraught. She called about 20 minutes ago. She's very worried about her other son, whom she lives with. She's unable to physically navigate the home. He went to feed the dogs at 5 o'clock p.m., and he hasn't come back. And he's not answering his phone. She thinks something's happened to her son, to my brother-in-law.
Okay, so what's your mother-in-law's name?
Oh, sir, we have my brother-in-law. Hold on. Is he okay? John! My brother-in-law just answered the phone. Oh, my God, this is...
Okay, what's her name, your mother-in-law?
Marion Colbert.
How old is she?
82. Okay, I think she's having an episode of some sort. I think he's okay. He's okay. My husband just talked to his brother. She's having some
Right.
sort of episode.
It's always the hysterical
Once Lisa and
women.
John got in contact with him, James also called 911 to clarify the incident.
Well, so my mom was trying to get a hold of me, and I had fallen asleep with the ringer off. So she called my sister-in-law, Lisa Colbert, who my understanding called 911 to make a wellness visit. I'm fine. Okay, there's not a problem if you could put that in the record.
I will make sure and let them know.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Would you say she was scared?
Oh, terrified.
Okay.
And she believed he was going to do it. You know how he is. He'll get mad at me. He'll yell at me. But in the last few years, 3, don't get mad at me if I hang up. Honey, if James comes in, I have to go. And I'm like, why can't you talk to me? You know, what the heck?
What the heck?
I said, we have to say we're somehow going to try to help James. We got to do something to help this lady. We knew he would decline. We knew he would be, like always, no. You know, hang up on you rudely. No, I'm good. I don't need anything. I'll let you know. No, bye. Just shut you down. She calls us again.
I hate drawing feet.
Again with the suicide. Again with, I don't know what to do. And we said, John said, Mom, there's professionals. Mom, but he'll kill me. He'll go off. We can't just call and do that. We can't. No, you're going to get me in trouble. You're going to get me in trouble.
Even with this eerie warning, they had no idea just how bad things had become.
I didn't call 911 because...
Are you drawing feet? Because it'd probably be worse. I draw Pete's. I've already come this far. I'm gonna seal the deal.
This detail
God,
was
did they
apparent to
wrap a mic
everyone
in
who saw
the
Marion's body.
plastic
In
bag?
terms of her injury, she's got shin. That one looks like a laceration.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of these are looking like just tears, but I'm no doctor. So, left shin, right shin, her kneecaps, that tear, shoulder tear.
Fear and
her face is
going
completely black and bloody.
They're here for the feet.
Skin tear to her neck.
Okay.
So you know about her face where she looks. 6 marks on her face. But, you know, how did she get this? From her. From you. From what part of your body went upstairs? My hand. And what matter?
You guys are never allowed to ask for a feet ever again.
Her skin, because of the warping, is very, very, very softer. That's the medication for whoever. Okay. So her skin is very soft because of that. And if you literally just touch her arm or her hand or something, it can make skin come off.
Though James is adamant that his mother fell in the living room, evidence discovered in the home may suggest that there's more to this story than James wants to admit.
If you look right across from you, there's blood up there.
Oh,
Can't believe Matthew's
And then
missing.
there's blood on this
Stop
wall.
it.
Right here.
Stop it.
She's been there for a minute. How long you think? They told us a
Good
day and a
timing,
half,
Snart.
maybe. I don't know, but look at all the cooling. It's all purple. Yeah. Dude, that right there is crazy. Yeah, there's a bunch of here, there's a bunch of blood, and it goes around this hallway, and I didn't go through here, but Nas said that there's more blood back there as well. Like, everything's all packed up. It looked like he was getting ready to, like, jump ship.
There's blood here. Blood there and there. And there. Like she's trying to leave.
Mm-hmm. Look at her, like, tendons are showing, like, right here.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry this happened.
James's brother John and his wife Lisa also discussed the lacerations when speaking with the detective.
And then he decided to stab her and do the lacerations.
No, so I don't know if the coroner told you about that. The lacerations one that I was referring to on her shins.
No.
So that's What they told me is something called tissue bridging that comes from blunt force trauma.
No, you could see her tendons.
That too, they were not able to tell me exactly how that happened because some of the skin was very brittle because of the age and because she was there for a couple of days. Right.
Though James has provided some answers, a few questions remain, namely, if he would
A
admit to
few
any role in
questions?
his mother's death.
Bro, you mean all the questions.
And that's the leading question you're asking.
Okay, I need to change the light out color. I can't see.
I'm not meaning anything at all. I'm just asking why it's so upsetting to you. Because of why you were being physical, correct? When she was saying pretty hurtful things to you, upset. That you pushed her out of the chair? Yeah. Not what happened. Pushed her out of the chair.
With this less than satisfactory answer, the
This less
detective
than
leaves James
satisfactory
alone.
audio
While he's
quality.
been unwavering in his story that he didn't kill his mother, and she died as a result of falling, John and Lisa share an alternate version of events. According to them, Rhonda allegedly told them that James initially made a concerning statement.
He admitted it to her.
He admitted what to her?
That he killed his mom.
How did he admit it to her?
He said, I hurt my mom.
Okay, he said it to her.
He said it to her. And she said he then... I'm sorry, babe.
It's unclear whether or not this claim is true, but regardless, the detective returns to James's interrogation room in order to gather final evidence.
Rhonda, no. I think Rhonda might have been in denial. At least that's my assumption.
Take some photos of you and then collect some evidence from you, okay? Okay. Do you mind standing at that wall for me? Sure. Alright. I've got to collect your clothing, so if you don't mind disrobing for me, okay? Everything except your underwear. And then I'll give you this. Okay. What's enough from there? Sure. Go turn around for me. Sure. And put your hands ready. Okay. Now, palms together. Bring this up. So you are going to do
So I didn't just say, she's just like, be for real, that's not listen to a murder. I think you're fine.
John and Lisa had a final comment regarding Marion and James.
She was a sweet little lady. She didn't deserve this.
He's more of a
He
monster than I
can't
expected.
walk on this.
Holy crap, he is
He can't walk on
liar.
this.
He's lied forever.
James Colbert eventually pled no contest to murder in the second degree and failure to report a violent death. He was sentenced to 9 years in the New Mexico Department of Corrections. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light, you'll find extra footage and unseen details on our Patreon. Channel memberships here on YouTube also include early access to select new videos.
Oops, I didn't mean to click on that. Our thoughts, cuties? Yeah, but like, was Rhonda complicit? I don't think they specified. I hate these true crime jails. How come? Tell me your thoughts, cutie. Plugging his Patreon. It's not this guy, it's like a network. I don't know how to explain that. That guy is just the narrator. Like, he's just reading a script. I see. Yeah, so it's not he that's specifically complicit. It would be just the, I don't know, this network of people. Also, they're like notorious for getting like body cam and other footage that aren't normally like publicly available, and I'm sure that that's can be a very expensive process to do to like legally acquire those materials, because like they're legit about their stuff from what I recall. So I think that's what they mean with the Patreon. It's to help fund that, and also um, for extra stuff and stories that either they can't put on YouTube or whatever have you, because YouTube be censoring. Killer related stuff. It's like crime. At least the channels that I follow. I don't know if they've got other ones, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just know that there's the main channel that does like the true crime stuff. They got a true crime story time channel. Am I missing something here? Why are you not filling? Be a good boy and fill for me. I just want to do it really quick. Real quick, like, what the frick? There's not... That can't be too good. Come on. Come on. Fill for me. There we go. Pay for free as well. I mean, I'm probably gonna do the same thing I did with my other model and put it up on VGen instead of, I don't know, $2, maybe make it like $5. I appreciate your suggestion, but I'm about to wrap up. I'm gonna fill in these shoesies. And then I'm gonna skedaddle, cause I be tired. The PMDD be hitting. My battery be low. Later than Miss Bunny, yes. She hates oh. What were you gonna say, Bingy? Huh? What were you gonna say? Go on. I'm listening. Never mind, rest a little, you deserve it. Oh, shucks. And that's why I said it's a self-critical time. You could take some smelling salt if you wanted to stay up. Oh my god. I don't even think that would work at this point. TBH. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I had caffeine today. I had a good bit. Even made me shaky. But I didn't like hibernate this time. So maybe that's why I'm like extra sleepy. Like before the stream I was like, oh man. I don't want to do this. But like not bad enough, I guess. It's like I'm gonna make it happen. Crack cocaine helps with staying up. Not that I know. Right. Be a intruder barging in the house. You're probably so good. There'd be a intruder barging in the house, and I'd be like, all right, hands are up. Can I say something messed up? I'm gonna say something messed up. Brothers, how was that? Okay, the old lady chilling there. I'm not exactly sure how long, but apparently long enough. Ugh, never mind. I don't want to. Anywho, what I was getting at is the dog. Like, how did the dog not partake, for lack of better words? Hello. I'm terribly sorry. I'm about to wrap up. So in just a smidgen, when I dip, it's not because you're smelly or I hate you. You're probably very perfect and beautiful. But I'm a very tired bun. Wasn't he taking care of the dog? Yeah, but he let the dog alone for a bit. That's enough time to munch. She's a pickle. I'm not a pickle, I'm a cucumber. Cucumber. She hates me. They got that dog in them, literally. You know, they're predators or carnivores. Aren't they known to kind of, you know, munch crunch? Have a little snack? Fair enough. Sounds valid. I'll move my cucumber. Need to do a preview image. I'd be more worried with the cat. Yeah, that's fair. They'd probably get hit one little whiff and be like rub their paws together. Like, damn, I'm hungry. Dang, I'm hungry. Give me a bite of that. Mm. Okay, there we go. Stream is still going, yes. Oh my god, cat. Okay, this looks kind of silly. Not gonna lie. Because the feet are looking a little too realistic, and then you just got cartoon shoes. Surely does. It's like it's on purpose. Chippy! Chippy, you won't go night night? Let me show you a little some swimsuit sketch. It's there. I'll do the shoes. Don't worry, I will. Another time, though. Are y'all liking the face? What's your first note of the swimsuit? Is that worried? Darker one, I think? 4th of July, obviously. She's wearing her cartoon shoes to the pool, to the beach. Sure did delete the line art layer, now this looks silly. Yep. I need to add the lines. Slurp up some color. Back to business, put them lines back. Ta-da! Surgery. I gotta fix them up a bit. I'll let y'all in on a little secret. The way I'm doing this, the skin and the line art will be on different layers. So it might look a little like a smidgen cursed. Did you make changes to the face since starting this model or from the OG? Let me pull up the OG so you can look. There you go. Let me make myself bitch. On the model? Nah. Using about the face is about the same. Might not look like it. Eyes look more ghostly. Oh, thank you. Thank you. The hair is. I used the same color, but it doesn't look like it because I gave it like a blue undertone and then added some bluer shadows. I might make it more purpley maybe, but it's kind of more like periwinkle colored looking. So the hair is really lazy with. It's like it's just a prototype for now. Let me scroll and you can see the meat. It's unfinished. Kind of similar color to Pokey, no? Kinda, yeah. Kinda. Mother and daughter. I wonder if she'd be hype about that. Look at this snoot. But I also wanted the hair to be able to easily change to white. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. To white. I know a guy. This might hurt some feelings also, but I think I'm gonna get rid of like the ghosty ponies. Because no one can really see them anyways. There's a lot of work to not be seen much. And I think I have a better process for it now. And I've wanted to do it to my wispies for a long time, like animate them properly so they're not just floating. So the wispy boys are getting an upgrade. Don't summon him, he's full of evil. Yippee, wispies, get some love. Yeah. He says, huh? We're roasting you. I'm making pizza. You would eat when it's your bedtime. You know that's not good for you. Dingus. Or then it was, I'm making pizza. It is only 5 a.m. Be nice. Okay, coolies, I'm one very EP bun. I'm gonna skedaddle. Thanks for watching me draw and watching stuff with me and being nice and funny. As always. Be good. Good night.